Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the Xbox Night Shift Let's Talk Gaming. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Now, of course, it's Friday night. That means that we made it, guys. We survived the hustle. And it also means that we are not alone. No. That's right. Uh-oh. Mike. What do you mean, Mike? Why
I was complaining about. Yeah, it's just Doodle sounds like she's like 500 feet away.
Doodle, put the mic right up. Let's just try to put it right up against your mouth and see what happens.
That's what she said. Can you hear me better?
It still sounds distant.
Off, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you're picking up that mic. It's coming in through some other mic.
Did you unplug it?
Why would I unplug the mic?
I mean, not you per se, but like, did the world unplug it somehow?
Did the world unplug my mic? No, please, let's not this.
Well, while they fix that, hey everyone, it's been like 3 weeks. We were out in LA for the showcases, and then I was out in LA working, so I couldn't make it last week, and so now we're here on Juneteenth. Hope everyone's having a good day. If you have the day off, hope everyone's having a good day off. For those who are working, sucks to be you.
Can you hear that sound?
What sound?
Okay, so you can't hear anything. I'm slapping her mic right now.
Nope. Can't hear a damn thing.
What the fuck happened to this thing?
Check the other end of the mic.
Would it be funny if I unplugged?
Oh, God, would it be funny? Anytime anyone says, would it be funny? It probably wouldn't be funny.
No, at least nobody can hear you talking smack to me right now.
I'm sure they all can. That's all right. I'm okay with that. Follow the plug, babe. Look, is this one? Why are you looking over on your side? My mic, right here. Is it plugged in?
The plug is all the way down there.
This plug? The one that's wiggling?
Hargie, why don't you tell us about how you're feeling about your trip to Summer Games Fest in LA? All right.
So I thought that was a lot of fun. The showcases were great, including even the Nintendo one, which was pretty good too. That came in afterwards on Tuesday. After all those other ones. I liked Summer Game Fest. It did have a little bit of a lull for me. It kind of dragged in some areas, but it started well and it ended pretty well. Certainly Final Fantasy, the third installment for Final Fantasy VII coming out everywhere at the same time. Yay! But yeah, it was a pretty good ending for the Summer Game Fest. And then the Xbox showcase was spectacular, was great. And then Nintendo did a pretty good job. They had some good Nintendo games. They brought a bunch of games over. It looks like people got the dev kits finally, and they're starting to port all the games over to it. So Switch 2 is going to get a whole bunch of games. But there were a couple of Nintendo games that look pretty cool, including, they have a remake for Ocarina, which it looks good. I don't know if I'll play it because, again, it's just, how do I play old games when there's new games I haven't played yet? But again, good showcase. I'd put in an order of Sony, which was good. Nintendo just a bit better. Summer Game Fest, and then Xbox. They all were pretty good this season. But yeah, I liked it. I was enjoying it. And then, of course, some other news came out. The next 100 days. So, well, whatever. That's been the next part. That's kind of where things are right now, I
Tell us
guess.
how you feel about the other news.
The next 100 days? Yeah.
The next 100 days.
So they had already put something out about the next 100 days, and I was like, oh gosh, this doesn't look good. Because there was some like pretty big hints in the things, even before the showcase, that the next 100 days are going to be more about cleaning up. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then comes the nice big news of the thing that we've been kind of dreading, exclusives. Like, okay, what does that mean for everything else? And exactly what we thought was going to happen happened. Game Pass kind of takes a back seat in having all of its content, and we kind of close studios that we don't like anymore. Like, oh, well, yay. So am I happy about any of that? No.
Can you hear me, Hargie?
It sounds the same.
Oh, wow.
What?
So, wait, can you hear this happen?
Nope, not at all.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn this motherfucker off right here.
Okay, now what? I can't hear anything on your side now, by the way. I don't know if you guys are talking.
All right, can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
All right, try me.
Can you hear me? Which mic, babe? I have two here.
Both of them, same time.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you, but it doesn't sound that much better. If you tap on any one of them, does it work?
You hear that?
Not really. Nope.
So the source of power to these mics, wherever they're plugged in, there's a problem.
But your mic has not moved at all.
Yes, but do you have it? Did you switch anything?
No.
Where it's supposed to be.
It's identical.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, still, you just sound like you're far away. It sounds like some other mic is picking you up.
Yeah, I'm getting picked up by his mic because I see.
Yeah,
it,
very likely.
I see it light up.
Yeah, but it's literally. All right, good. Watch. Talking to your mic right now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's the same.
Okay, so I just muted my mic.
Okay.
So there was no way that it could be because of.
So
Is
they
there
both
another
sound the
mic
same
in the
for this
room?
or no? Is this more?
Yeah, there's. Well, no, not plugged in. Let me just see something. Audio. Motherfucker.
Of course. Of course.
God damn it.
Before the show
Motherfucker.
I
Can you
said
hear
it.
now.
Can you
talk?
now?
Yeah, you're a lot better now. But
Oh,
yeah.
wow. What could have happened, see?
Stupid ass shit changed by itself. Nobody told it to change. God damn it. What the?
Wow. Wow.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Again.
Now you sound good.
Every Friday, Hargie. This is every Friday.
Son of a bitch. Wow. Why?
Okay, now I hear a
Why
little
would it
echo,
do
though.
that by itself? Nobody told it to change
How
the
many
output.
times did I tell? No. I said check.
I forgot about this stupid place.
What?
Mother.
Okay, so you switched it then. It had to be you in order for it to happen.
Get
Things
fixed.
don't just happen, babe.
No, it does it
But
by
yeah,
itself.
now we can hear her
StreamYard's
just
bitch
fine.
ass. Yeah, now you can hear all the slander. Thank God you didn't hear the other slander.
Okay, all right, sure.
All right.
I mean,
all right.
listen,
We're back.
deserved. I have to say, okay. I have to say real quick,
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
we get into any topics,
Sure.
right? I
Mhm.
feel, by the way, guys, I was snapping my fingers today for anybody who wants to know. But
everybody
I
does,
feel like
clearly.
that should be added to like my introduction, like, and now finger snapper, right? Because that's like a big deal. I don't know if you know this, Hargie, but I couldn't snap my fingers, and somehow out of nowhere, it just listen to this, Hargie.
She's very proud
sitting
of
down,
this.
right? Hold
She's
up.
very
hold
proud
up.
of this.
You hear that?
Yes, barely. Kind
That's
of, like,
incredible.
Out, but, yeah.
That's crazy.
Incredible, guys.
That's there you
See,
what?
you see how Hargie
Now
has
hold
done
up.
it
I'm gonna
without
join
any
you.
effort?
You see that?
This is not like
There you go.
time with snapping of the fingers.
I'm just saying
You're just
that I've joined the finger snapping club. And who knows what else I'm going to be able to do by the end of this year.
So there's more ambition.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
finger snapping. Got it. Okay. Let's get back
I'm just
on
saying.
track here.
Listen, it's a fair request. After what you
was
do
the
to the mic,
request?
that it should be added to my resume.
Maldito.
in the finger snapper Doodle, right?
I don't think you want to be going
All
by
right.
the
I
finger
tried.
snapper Doodle. Hear it up for the finger snapping Doodle.
I'm just saying,
That's not a good
sounds
look.
nice to get some recognition
That's not the right type
about
of recognition.
such a big accomplishment. I'm
Listen.
just saying,
Listen.
the chat, some of you that have been with us for a long time have seen the struggle. It was real.
Listen to me. We're gonna start this shit.
Sure.
Okay? Let's get back on track here. All right. So as I was saying, I am CMoney, and I'm joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday.
Happy
Thank
Friday.
you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. All right, guys. It's Friday night, right? So we said it before. I'll say it again. We made it. We survived the week. Okay. We made it through all the hustle and bustle. We're finally getting to relax, drink a cold one. You know, this cold one is different, but it's non-alcoholic beverages. Okay.
Oh
But,
gosh.
Yeah, and we're gonna rock out. That also means it's Friday night, so we're not alone. That's right. You know him well. He is the wise one, the author,
That's right.
the patriot, the pony slayer, and the pony bot tear maker.
Oh,
It's our boy, Hargie Shani. Welcome, man. Thank you
Let's
so much,
go.
brother, for being here, man. How's it going?
Yeah. Good. I'm hearing a little bit of an echo now, but that's whatever. We'll just deal with it.
God damn it.
Yeah, good. Like, definitely had fun with all the showcases and whatnot. But man, did it get tiring? Lots of stuff to do out there, and then I had to work out there.
Yeah, I
Touring
really
facilities,
was.
So.
I was really tired when I came back.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's taken me a while to work through a lot of this stuff and kind of get stuff out because it's like it's a lot. And then you know, it's not just the work you're bringing from being at the show, but then there's all the work that you didn't do in real life that is now waiting.
Yeah.
So it's like a
catch up. Yes.
Yeah, it's like a catch-up situation. It's crazy.
Oh, hey, somebody says it's 6 studios are about to shut down. All 6 of them. Sony's shutting down all their studios? Wow.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that sucks.
Wow.
wait,
They have
what?
no games? Oh my gosh.
I guess it's breaking news that PlayStation shutting down all their studios.
All 6 of
And
their
they're walking away because they're the only ones with 6 studios. That's crazy. Wow. Well, listen, it's a crazy time to be alive right now. Actually, we do have a lot. We have some stuff to talk about. Obviously, if you don't know, and then maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, but GTA 6, baby. We got the pre-order date, which is important if they're gonna drop a collector's edition. All right, so we got to be hawking that because I needs me the collector's edition.
They're trying to say it's Xbox. I'm sorry. Just Activision has more. So you're talking about PlayStation.
Got it.
They don't have the studios.
He's confused.
Yes,
It's
there's
all right.
some confusion. You mixed up things there. It's PlayStation.
They
that
tend
has
to
the
do
middle
that.
number of
They tend
studios.
to do that. They tend to mix.
Don't worry, they're shutting down more of their studios. So you might be right.
Well, from what I heard, Bungie's gonna be laying off quite a few people, and sounds like just that one place is gonna be getting rid of more people than any possible combination of studios that might be going on the other end. So I would not throw stones. You know what I'm saying? I would just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. All right. But yes, so GTA 6, we got the box art looks crazy. We got a little footage that we can kind of look at and talk about. So definitely want to talk about that because that's exciting for me. But then there's some other stuff to chat about, and the other stuff is there's a couple of different things. One, you have PlayStation coming out and announcing or saying that or in an interview or something like that that they are going to be they actually don't even say. That's the problem, because all the headlines say one thing, but it's not actually what they said. But the world is running with this idea that PlayStation came out and said that they're going to keep PlayStation exclusives for single player, and then multiplayer games are going to be on PC as well. But when you read the words and you see some of the actual words that were spoken, sounds a lot like what Xbox is going to be doing on a normal basis anyway. So we're definitely going to talk about that. But the bigger side of it is the fact that it's so clear how far the Xbox tax has come, right? Like it doesn't stop. It's always dragged on. It will never change. And the reason I'm saying that is because when we go through that topic and we read the words that were said, if we take out PlayStation's name and put Xbox on top of those words, the world would be flipping out and talking about all this nonsense. So we're going to talk about it from that perspective as well. Also going to talk about the fact that Gears E-Day, we got a nice, new look at it. I'll put it up on the screen while we're talking about it at that point. But oh my God, is it amazing looking? And, in a world where Xbox says, hey, we're going to go and do some exclusives, well, looks like Gears might have been the right one to start with because it looks absolutely insane. And then this is going to be a new thing that we're doing. But we're going to hit all these topics. This is the show as would normally be. But then at the end of the show, we have a lot of members and we appreciate all of you guys. So what we're going to do is at the end of the show, what we're going to start doing is a post show for members only. And that post show is going to have its own topic that we'll talk about. That'll be more intimate. It'll be for anybody who is a member of the show. So it'll just kind of switch over and when we end the normal show. Okay, so that will be happening going forward on all of our shows across the board. So yes, we have some other stuff we'll talk about. We'll talk about that when we get closer at the end of the show. But it's gonna be it's a juicier top, like it's a juicy type of thing, but something that might be a little more edgy. So best to keep it on the side, not quite on the live feed of the main show. So we're definitely gonna have a fun show tonight, man. It's gonna be a great time. Before we get into any of that, though, we got to shout out our homies who are live in the building with us, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight while you're here. We appreciate you on the Friday night. Oh, man, this is amazing. But we specifically want to go ahead and shout out the homies who support us over on Patreon and YouTube, specifically our elite members. You have the homie Dark Angelic, Queen Witch, Broke Boy, and Pal Xbox for Life. And then you have our inner circle members. That's our highest tier, guys. That's Pragmatic Eagle, Hargie Chani, and Marvelous Marvin. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. And of course, we're still in June, which means we have our May champs to shout out. The most top threes, number one in the building was our boy E Ranks.
Let's go.
Most first super chats came from our boy Mac22TH54. Biggest super chat came from our homie Pragmatic Eagle. The most biggest super chats was a tie between Pragmatic Eagle and Jay Slay. Top three most gifted subs came from our boy Spartan661. Ryuar at number 2 and Broke Boy at number 3. And then the most subs gifted at once came from our boy Spartan661. Shout out to you guys. Thank you all so very much for the support. We truly, truly appreciate it. Now, of course, you know how we do here. You guys live in the building right now. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, man. And we appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight. You guys are all so very, very, very special to us. Now,
I mean, case by case. Meaning
case by case,
show by
special.
show,
case by
right?
case. I think case by case is appropriate here.
Yeah.
That's right. Because although you're all special, there are 3 among you who are the specials. That's right. The most specials of the evening, the elevated ones,
Ooh.
the ones who have risen up above and is watching the show from above you all with better seats. Okay. Even though that's all imaginary, still it counts. That's right. They were the first 3 people in the building. That's right. The first 3 people in the building are these specials of the night. And the number 1 person, the first person in the building, is the best spot of the night. How did they do that? I can tell you right now. We went ahead and we went live. We put up that on-point bat signal, and they saw that signal and said, gee, Willikers, Batman, I need to be in there. And in there they were. That's right. They are the top 3. Now, the real question is, who are these people?
Who?
Number 3
Oh.
is our boy, Mac22TH54. Shout out to the homie, Mac22TH54. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Number 3 in the building. He's not messing around. That's a number 3 shot. That's right. Mac22. You done did it. Number 2 in the building. Space Shot in the house, man. Thank you so much, my brother. You are number 2.
Let's go.
You are number 2 in the building. You done did it, man. You made it. You are awesome sauce. But are you the most awesome sauce? Can't be, because the real question is, who is number 1?
Who?
Well, I will tell you.
Who?
The official best bot of the night
Who?
is our boy, Red Ninja. Shout out to Red Ninja, man. He is number 1 in the building. He's not messing around, man. Shout out to you, homie. Red Ninja, look at you. You are the best bot of the night.
That's right.
You are the special of the evening.
You're the special.
Damn, you thought the Who's were going to end it. No, you get music. You get music when Doodle's in the building. All right, let me go ahead and update this banner, because you know how we do, man. We got to get everybody on here. Shout out to Red Ninja. Bam. Number 1. Number 1 in the building. Number 1
Wow.
in the building. Number 1. Number 1. Number 1. We need to make that theme song. I feel like that would work.
That's pretty catchy.
I think so.
That's a number 1 hit right there.
Banger. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Is he coming out of jail soon? You know what I'm saying? The hitmaker.
Man.
You know who he is. We don't know, but we know. All right. I got this all up to date. Beautiful. Love it. Need it. Want it. Hear it. Feel it.
Oh, damn. The remix?
All the things. All right. Now we do have to shout out our boy Mac22TH54 in the building with both the first and biggest super chat of the night. He says, with that $5 super chat, Doodle, I said before, I'll say it again. Hashtag sippy cup.
That's right. My boy, Mac. Yes. Go ahead, baby. Show them what you got. Don't.
This is not a sippy cup. Okay, this is a man's drink. Okay, man's drink. Okay, tropical vibes. All right, I'm just saying, not all men can handle this. This non-alcoholic beverage. Okay. How dare you? How dare you, Mac, use your power of the first super chat to slander my good name? How dare you? That's
Don't
great.
fall off. Don't fall off, babe.
I can't believe that. Abuse is real. Okay. Abuse is real. All right. So we do have the homie Broke Boy in the building. Yo, first of all, shout out to Broke Boy. Being a member for 24 months. This is his 2-year
Let's
anniversary.
go. Bro, thank you so much, man.
2
That's what's up.
years.
That's crazy.
That is really crazy. Wow. Where the time has gone, it's insane. Time just drifts away. Shout out to Broke Boy, man.
It does. Good thing is we're not getting older.
I mean, for sure, I am not, and you are not.
I mean, don't you have a birthday coming up?
Why you gotta put it that way, though? You're
I'm
saying
just saying.
if you're instead of it sounding like a celebration, you're making it sound like it's somehow a way that I'm getting older.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
by definition.
Well, maybe we shouldn't frame it that way, you know, because other people have birthdays before my birthday.
Like who? See, you want it?
Like Jesus.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus. Let's go ahead and get Broke Boy back in the building. He went ahead and gifted 5 OnPoint for Game of Memories. Shout out to our boy Broke Boy. Y'all know what to do.
Tell them, baby.
Put the mother effing welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight. You guys are awesome sauce. Thank you so much for rocking out. And of course, our boy, Broke Boy, you're the man. Go ahead in the chat. Go put your emojis in there. Let Broke Boy know. Okay, let Broke Boy know. Oh,
You just said that. You just said that. Hold on.
I did.
Act like you knew that you were going back.
Broke Boy, what are you talking about, dog? I wanted to give you time to let it settle that it's been 2 years. I'm gonna read the chat.
We were just getting ready to sing happy birthday.
Yes, exactly, because that's the right thing to do, Broke Boy. Okay, so let's just go back over here and read it. Okay. Says hit the 2-year mark and one of the best investments I've made. Aw,
bro, thank you.
That's beautiful. See, I wasn't ready for it, Broke Boy. That's why I had to wait. No, I appreciate it, man. It says, enjoy myself each and every time I'm watching or am on the show.
Bro, thank you.
The first fam of Xbox.
Let's go.
Wise Man Hargie and all show members are a blast. Oh, man. Broke Boy, thank you,
that
sir.
means a lot. Thank you,
appreciate you. We appreciate you go ahead and taking that step up and coming on the show with us and rocking out. And that has been awesome as well. So thank you, brother. Appreciate you giving us your time when you come through. So you're the man with the master plan. Thank you, my brother.
Shout out to Broke Boy.
Shout out to Broke Boy. But he's back with that $2 super chat.
Oh.
Says, it's not a sippy cup. It's a juice box. Hashtag juice box. That's
there
worse.
You go.
Somehow.
There you go.
I don't know how, but it feels worse.
Does it? Listen, he's trying
What
to
grown man has a juice box? Like a sippy cup. I'm feeding the baby. Here's a sippy cup. But juice box, you don't feed no kid no juice. That's a big ass kid. So if I have a juice box, can you imagine to see me on like, hey guys, I'm ready to do the show. Delicious.
We could imagine.
You can imagine that.
That'd be pretty okay. Maybe
that
should be a challenge. See.
You're saying I can't use a sippy like a
money and a juice box.
And a juice box, you're saying I wouldn't be able to use one properly? I don't sip nothing. Okay, not through no straw.
Dental Stone says, I love me some Capri Sun. Yo, shout out to Dental Stone.
Dental Stone's like, it ain't no box though. You know what I'm saying? That's a man's pouch.
Oh my God. That was hilarious. Give me my pouch, yo.
Give me my pouch. Put that box down. I ain't drinking no juice box. All right.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Y'all wildin'. Broke Boy's back with that $2 that says, "Damn, CMoney, you didn't even read the member chat. What do you mean? I read it. What are you talking? Did you not just hear me read it?
I did.
Doodle, did I just read it?
You did.
Hargie, did I just read it? Broke Boy, why are you sending? You just spending random money on random super chats that are not even relevant? I already read it. Broke Boy, get your stuff together, my dude. Get your stuff together. Look at this at the same time.
Oh man.
How Xbox for life.
Yo, fam jam.
Member for 24 months,
Let's
another
go.
2 years. Jeez, Louise.
Bro, thank you.
That's crazy. He says 24 months. Remember when I was Coach Hooded Canuck? Yo, I do remember when you were Coach Hooded Canuck. That's crazy.
That's wild. Fam jam to me.
That's right. Oh, Fam Jam. Remember the morning coffees?
Yes.
You know, I haven't done those in a while, but
Coffee
that was crazy. He says, I think PAL Xbox for Life is my permanent gamer name. I got games to buy on Steam in July. Stellar Blade and Marvel Spider-Man. Set up Steam today. So you got yourself a PC. You ready to go, bro? All right. He is not messing around. Listen, there's a lot of demos right now on Steam that you should go and play. If you look at the last 2 We Doing It Lives, I played a bunch of them. Go check them out. There's a lot of good stuff in there. There's also a lot of, janky stuff and not good stuff. So you got to wade through. Sometimes what looks cool in the trailer doesn't really look great or feel great when you're playing it. But for the most part, there's a lot of good stuff over there. So definitely go check it out. And then we do have the homie Broke Boy back with that $2 super chat. Says, you showed it. You showed it went to gift this up and went back.
That was the remix, Broke Boy?
Broke Boy, I don't know how you couldn't see that we were going, you know what I'm saying? We hopped and then went, right? We showed it, and everybody could read with their eyes. And then we went back and read it out loud for those who couldn't. We're equal opportunity lender. Okay, lender of our voices. You know what I'm talking about. It makes sense to some. That's all that matters. All right. Listen, before we go into these topics, and we're going to go into these topics because we have a lot to talk about and not a lot of time. But I do want to shout out the homies who are live in the building. Of course, we see the homie Gentle Stone in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Eric Von Eric. What's going on, my dude? Malcolm Xlax, aka the guy who was at Summer Games Fest or Xbox Showcase and decided not to say what's up, but still appreciate you, Malcolm. Jonas the Dad's in the building. What's up, man? Sinastral J, what's going on, player? Of course, we have the homie Mac22TH54 in the building.
That's
Shout
right.
out to him. We got Ren in the building. What is up, fam? Talos Ray, what's going on, homie? Ren in the building saying Asha trying to turn Xbox into a green PlayStation. Bro, I mean, I feel like that's not a wrong statement. I think that's literally the game plan. And like down to the amount of exclusives that they're getting. You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally it's funny because we joked about it before. We joked about it so much. Yeah. If you want this, then that means you want everything that PlayStation has, all the way down to the one exclusive a year. And
there you have it.
That's what she's doing. And look,
that's what my feeling is. You'll get the 2 games, Call of Duty, and an exclusive.
Yep.
But that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. And this is the thing. I can accept the fact that I didn't care either way as far as like the whole exclusive conversation. I didn't care either way. So I can understand the idea that when she was looking at which road she should go, people like me, she didn't need to worry about getting back. You know what I'm saying? Like
I had one caveat, and I thought you had the same one, which is don't mess with Game Pass.
Yep.
Facts.
And she did.
She did technically.
Away the
this is what I said it during one of the other moments, but it's like she low key did exactly
We talked
what we
about this,
feared.
Hargie, and I'm
Yep.
curious to see if
but
you
it's
feel
not
the
on
same
paper.
way.
But it's not on paper that
All
way.
these studios and all these games are gone from Game Pass, and so it does affect Game Pass. And
She
now
did a
we're
sneaky way.
what's going to happen? Are these games going to maybe be replaced with third-party deals that can potentially happen or not?
Well,
So-
that may or may not be part of what's going to be in that member topic at the end of the show. But yeah, I mean, look, you're not wrong. It is a sneaky way to affect Game Pass, because by definition, if there's going to be less studios making games, that means there's going to be less games coming into Game Pass. And if they're focusing on only the biggest games, one could venture that they're not going to quadruple down on having a whole bunch of the biggest games in the same year, right? So yeah, it was a kind of sneaky way, but the way that she did is that she didn't actually say, hey, we're not putting our first party games into Game Pass. She's just getting rid of the first party who was making them. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
It really is.
Oh my God.
I gotta go to Fam Jam. He's to Paul Xbox for Life. He says, I mean, I'm at the point where I'm in between spending money on Game Pass or getting games on Steam now. I mean,
yeah, I mean, this is what we were saying though, right? Like, if you force the hand, then if the game's not a Xbox Play Anywhere game, then that's the only place that makes sense. But we're gonna listen. I'm in a wait and see scenario, because for the next 2 years, this year, well, not 2 years, but a year and a half, right? We still got the rest of this year that's going to deliver some bangers, right? And then we have next year that already is stacked with bangers, right? Like, the runway is to the end of 2027 to know what is happening in 2028 and beyond. If we do transition to this world where it's only one mainline game that they're releasing, then that'll be something that we would have to see how we feel about in that time when it comes. Right now, we're still good with this year and next year. Some of my most anticipated games of like all time are coming between now and the end of next year. So we definitely have a lot to look forward to, and we will see. We will see. We do have the homie Broke Boy back with another $2 super chat. Says, I'm old. My version of remix is Sugar Hill Gang. Damn, Sugar Hill Gang. That is old. See, now I feel young. See how fast thank you, Broke Boy. The gift that keeps on giving. You know what I'm saying? Jonas the Dad, member for 26 months. Oh, snap. He said, yo, did y'all say 24 months?
Yeah.
Did y'all say 24? What happened to the 2 months before then? Right? Shout out to Jonas the Dad.
Yo, Jonas.
26 months.
Bro.
Wow, man. That is crazy dope, bro. That is crazy dope. He says, one of the best places to hang for the Xbox community. Good fun and a great chat. Asha is trimming Xbox up. Let's see what comes of it before we start hating. Well, Jonas, I 100% agree, right? That's kind of where I am, right? Because again, if this was a scenario where they were like, yo, we're taking this stuff out, right? It's out. First party stuff is out. Now all these dope games coming out for the rest of this year and next year, you got to go buy. That would be a different conversation. But she's not doing that, right? So we don't even know, with the way Asha moves, we don't even know what the scenario is going to be by the end of next year. You know what I'm saying? We have no idea what things are going to look like and what roads are going to be taken. But we do have this particular road laid out in front of us from now to the end of next year. We have multiple games dropping this year still, that are going to be bangers. We have multiple games confirmed for next year that are going to be bangers, and they're cocky with it. They've been putting out gameplay. They've been going all out. All right. So I'm still 100%, on board with the fact that I still have faith in Asha. I still think she's doing what's best for the brand, and I think she's trying to do it in a way that doesn't hurt us. Are we losing these smaller games? Potentially, right? Potentially, if the things come to fruition as though they've been kind of laid out before us, then yeah, you're gonna get shortchanged. But maybe they're just shifting all their studios to make these big games. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe there will be a good flow. We don't know. We do know that for the rest of this year, we got some big games coming out. We do know that next year we have big games coming out. What's that? We got Fable, State of Decay, and Spyro, and Call of Duty, obviously, and Clockwork Revolution. So you got 5 pretty major games, and I'm including Spyro because I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for Spyro, but it looks legit. It looks legit. It looks like they're going big with it. Not just a here's Spyro, it's cute. It looks like it's going to be a legit contender as a game. So, you're talking about 5 that we already know about. So what's next? We don't know, but between now and then,
I guess one of them won't be Senua. Oh, too
soon. We don't
what
know
do
that.
You think, Hargie? That's the thing, because it's like, are we going to see that game?
I think we are going to see that game. Okay. I think that if anybody, I don't think that game. Look, I feel like the most expensive part of Hellblade was all the years that it took to get it to the place that it got to. But look at how fast they turned this one around, because they already did all the real hard work, right? Now it's just story and, environments and all that stuff. But they're focusing more on the combat. I just feel like they have just become a studio that's going to be able to deliver more at a cheaper cost. Now, I'm not saying that Xbox is going to keep them. We've heard those rumors, but yeah. I think that game is already, like, Xbox is already invested in that game, and whoever takes them on, even if they take them on just for this one game, they're already getting it at a massively reduced cost. They don't have the cost of 3 years of development to worry about, right? Or wait, how long has it been? Yeah, 3 years, right? No, 2 years. 2 years of development, right? Because they dropped it 2024, right? So 2 years of development. They don't have all that stuff. They don't have to worry about building the engine, do all that stuff. Like, that's all already squared away. Not building the engine, but finessing it. I think that somebody will scoop them up and release that game.
Yeah.
Whether there'll be more after that, that we don't know.
But I think that's the point. Someone will scoop them up and release that game into what? Game Pass? Or
I mean, that might be part of the deal, maybe, because they've already invested. So Xbox might be like, I want to get my money's worth. I could definitely see them putting that in the deal. Like, if you're gonna do this when that game drops, is going into Game Pass, or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. It could be like the hell I am.
I think it's gone.
You think that game is gonna be night?
The game, or going out complete? Like,
I think the whole studio's. I think it's gone. The whole studio's gone.
Oh, you think nobody's gonna scoop them up? You don't think anybody would see value in what they bring to the table? Even if you like, let me say this. You don't think that if you told them, hey, this is the game you're going to work on, this is the type of game we want, none of that artsy stuff that doesn't sell, we want you to make a badass character, we want you to make badass combat. The combat's already dope. They're going to amplify and put more focus on it. The graphics are amazing. I mean, you don't think that somebody can see value and be like, yo, you are going to do what we say and you live.
So I think everybody is doing the same thing, which is cost cutting. And I don't know that there's anybody out there saying, oh, yeah, let me just take a gamble on something that Microsoft can't afford. I don't know, man.
Well,
so the problem with that, babe, is that their last game didn't sell. And so as stunning as it is, it didn't sell well enough. So when you're going ahead and you're seeing the quality of games that they're making, and you're like, okay, well, there's still not that pull. That's the problem when we're looking at these studios that are being up for grabs. And it's like, who's going to take that chance? Like, Insomniac from PlayStation said that was their goal to get to that point by for 2025. But I mean, with their sales, is that really the goal? You know what I mean? It just puts everything into question.
Yeah. I mean, look, I guess we won't really know until official things are said and done. But I can see both sides. All right. I can see that they've already done their best work and it still didn't sell. But I can also see the idea that as a workhorse, they're not above it. They went ahead and they did Devil May Cry, right? They did one that people didn't care for, but I think that's less to do with how that game actually got it made and implemented, and more so that they didn't like the character, that the new character that was made and stuff like that. And then they did the combat for Disney Infinity, right? Like, so they're not above working, and doing what they're told.
I agree. And obviously, based on Hellblade 2, we can see that they're not above that, though. Like, they put in the work. So this Ninja Theory is an amazing studio. But and also, like, Hellblade, it's not for everyone, right? So that also has to
maybe
be
mainstream,
taken into consideration.
A mainstream game, I think they're gonna. Listen. If I was them, I would just make a game with a dude. Okay, make him badass and go make it some combat heavy game, and you have a better chance of these people liking it, right? Unfortunately, if you have a girl as your main character, I mean, Ninja Theory had a girl, they're on the chopping block. Compulsion had a girl, they're on the chopping block. It's like, no, it's crazy the type of situation that these people are in with these games. But
I mean, it's not it's pretty, they're pretty verbal about these things
they are
out there. So
they are.
It's not like you're making it up or making assumptions.
Yeah, 100%. And by the way, these are two of my favorite games ever released. So
that is a sad part of it, right? There's just this standard answer to everything, especially with South of Midnight having not only a girl but a black one. Oh my, that's very, very, like, come on, are you kidding me? It's terrible.
Like, you can't make the shit up, man. It's crazy.
Let
me get the homie Broke Boy to building with that $5, which I appreciate. He says, still remember my biggest laugh from Doodle was during Sunday's the morning show. Said you had a choice, go to do the show or go to church. He said he was going to hell anyway, so he chose the show. That's wild. That's hilarious. That's
our boy.
We used to do so many shows.
We still do so many shows.
No, I mean, we had a Sunday show, we had a Monday. We only had, I think it was only Wednesday off. We had a Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday show. It was crazy. But yes, that was a good time. That was a good time. A lot of good laughs for sure. All right. So I see Midnight Captain in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. The Archangel Nexus, what's going on, fam? OG Maybe, of course, in the building.
Yo.
Dark Zone, the homie, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Ryland Killer in the building.
Let's go.
If you don't know who Ryland Killer is, he's not just a community member. No. He is 1/4 of our brand new show, OnPoint Nerd Nights, Anime After Dark. That's right. Him, our boy, Mad Dot, Stevie Ray, Amber of Dip Down Anime, they all now have an anime show on our channel. It is fantastic. It was they just had their second episode this past Wednesday. If you didn't check it out, go check it out. Put a comment in there. Let them know that you saw it. All right. This is it's really dope. Shout out to Riley Killer in the building, man. Appreciate you, homie. I see RC Polygon in the building. What's up, my dude? Thank you for being here, man. DJ, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you. That was that loser dude, so we'll just leave him there. He who will be unnamed. Let's say Gentle Stone in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, bro. Be Nice in the building. What's going on, my dude? Shout out to you, man. User for Games in the building. How are you, man? Appreciate you for being here and coming through, rocking out. What does it say? Ren says, did y'all see the Xbox PC app is killing Steam with advanced shader delivery, major improvements in 1% lows and loading times? Oh man, I haven't even. No. And actually, I've been literally streaming on Steam lately the last couple shows, and these shader compilations are crazy, my dude. Like in between games, you're sitting there spending forever waiting for the shaders to compile. It's not exciting. Alcatone in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, dude. Patman Jones, what's going on, man? 89 Darrow, what's up, my dude? Thank you for rocking with us, bro. Dragonfly Jones, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. JD Gamer in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for rocking out with us, man. All right, listen. We got to get the show started, okay? We got to get the show on and popping. All right, so let me go ahead and hold on. I got to get my chapter. Even though technically my chapter game is way different now. I don't know if you saw, babe, the timestamps on the last show, but there's like 1 million now. That's right. Oh yeah, you could deep dive. You could see everything we talked about. It's glorious, actually.
I took the timestamps
When did you take the timestamps?
for that show. No,
What show? The last show?
yeah.
Get the no chance. What are you talking about?
Aren't I in charge of the timestamp?
No, you haven't been in charge of the timestamps for generations now. Okay, it's the last time you were in charge. I think the babies were, were they here? Who knows? They might have been newborns at that point. You know what I'm saying?
All right, clown.
I'm just saying, it's been a long time. All right, I've been holding the mantle of timestamper for a long time. Have I done a good job? Not always, but now I'm at a new level. All right, you got me over here singing praises to myself. All right, let me get this chapter real quick. Baby, real quick. While I'm looking for stuff, can you see the peoples?
I cannot, but I can try to.
Okay.
If I can.
If you guys can see the peoples, see what they have to say for a second while I just pull up this the first topico of the night. Oh, don't be a okay. Here we go. Boom. Shakalaka. Did it?
So Dragonfly Jones says all that game needed was more action. And for Hellblade 2, I suppose that you're speaking of, it seems like this new one, Senua, is going to have that, right? So that's going to be more of the focus. It seemed to be something that people requested or complained about, and it seems like they wanted to go ahead and highlight the action, the combat in this next game. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get to play it, right? Hopefully the game does come out, because that will be great. That will be great. Hargie, you played Hellblade 2, right?
I finished both of them, the first and second. And I thought the second one was great. However, I guess people did not. It did not quite do as well as it should have. It did get a pretty decent rating. It it didn't get a 9, but it it got a decent rating. I think it was in the 8s, right? So it's like good enough.
What
Like,
did
I don't
you
know.
feel when you saw Senua
Senua.
during the
It
show?
looks like
Because
it's
I felt
it-
like
it's a
it was
go
supposed to
ahead.
be like a big reveal, and it was just in the mix.
Yeah, it was it felt more of the same with a few added twists, right? It seemed like there was a bit more to the combat. So I don't know where that's gonna go, right? So but yeah, as far as I think they were like, well, the rumor was that they were putting that out there so that people could see the people out there that might want to purchase them could see this game and say, "Oh, I want that, and I'll buy this studio." But it didn't seem to work. So I don't know. And like supposedly the studio is making money because they have the mocap capability in England. So other people use their mocap studio to do their work, and so they make money. And that wasn't
Yeah.
enough apparently. So it's like, okay. I mean, to your point, like it's not like they have to make this. There's so many other IPs they have. They could make anything, and they could always help out in other games too.
Yep.
But there's just so many other IPs that Xbox has, and Ninja Theory has. They could have been working on something else. I don't know whose decision it was. So this is the thing that's hard to understand, right? Because now we have a regime change, and what may be great for what was happening before with Phil, Sarah, and Matt maybe is different for what Asha wants, right? And what we understood was, hey, these studios are here to give you the gap games, right? That you'll
Yes.
have the big games, but then you'll have these smaller bite-sized things that will keep the
Sellers.
content there, right? And so you always have a reason to be in Game Pass.
Exactly.
And that was the point, right? And it's just like any other subscription service. You have stuff that's the big anchors, and then you have these other ones that are like, hey, you might be interested in that, or you might be interested in that one, right? And so you have these other varieties of things, and so you just keep filling the subscription, and that was the plan, right? And these were studios that were doing that. And so I don't know if it was just like, hey, continue to make that. It's good enough. It gives us enough engagement that people see, oh, wow, that looks so good. And that's it. It doesn't matter if people play it or not. It's just like, oh, that's the stuff that they put out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. And then so that might be enough. But, if you wanted to have them do something that was more engaging with a larger audience, they've done other types of games. And Xbox literally is sitting on tons of IP now. They could have picked something else.
Yes, and it's such
else.
a like we've seen the quality of work, right? And so I feel like
exactly.
it would almost be it wouldn't be smart to let them go. It would really be a mess up.
Yeah, I think this is kind of where maybe Asha not understanding gaming might come in, right? Because it's much easier to take a studio like this and say, hey, you need to learn how to do a little bit more on the combat. We have that studio over there. They can teach you a little bit about that. Why don't you take advantage of them and shore that up and move to a little bit of a better game? And let's try a different IP. We have so many, pick something else, right? Instead of bringing in something new, right? Because look, they tried the initiative. It's not easy to make a new studio. It's not. You already have a studio that works. It makes games. Just change a few things, right?
Exactly.
I think that would have been a better way to go. And with Double Fine, I mean, they've been making games forever. And like, why would you just suddenly just shut them? I don't know. That really annoys me. Compulsion.
You didn't think they were safe from when they posted that tweet?
I don't know if Hargie saw the tweet.
I saw something mentioned that like they had a smiley face, kind of, but with like a little bit of
with like a sweat drip,
yeah,
like a stress,
I don't know. I hope they don't get shut down.
It can also be that they're waiting, right, Hargie? Like they're nervous.
I feel like they would. I feel like you don't come out on. I don't feel like they would come out on social media and make light of the fact that they may be shut down.
I don't think
you know what I'm saying.
I don't think it also it wouldn't be tasteful for them to, knowing that there are so many studios on the chopping block, to come out here and be like, we made it, right?
Well, I think they're just letting people know, like, because although they're all kumbaya with each other, at the end of the day, they're individual, right? So like they're letting the
Yeah.
people who are concerned with
Them getting shut down.
with them getting shut down, you know, knowing that they're safe, you know, or
Yeah.
at least for now.
It can go either way, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
hopeful.
and you know, Compulsion. Yeah, like I know it took them a while to sort of get to the point where it kind of worked, and they finally got South of Midnight up,
Yes.
and got it out. But okay, now you got that done. Like even if you just said, "Hey, Compulsion," you know, you get to do one of those, but you also have to help out with one of the bigs, right? So pick
Yes.
one. I don't care which big, but you got to help out with one of the bigs. I think that's a better case than shutting it down, right? I know it kind of sucks. It's kind of the Activision model, but at least they were paying the bills. Activision was just printing money, and yes, it takes studios that make like Toys for Bob that make a certain type of game, and they said, well, that's nice, but could you help with Call of Duty? And because unfortunately, it pays the bills. I get that, right? And it's like, well, you know what? Maybe that's what you need to do. Split time. You know, do your passion projects, but also help with the bigs and make sure those go over, get over the finish line. But I don't know if this is like Matt deciding this or if it's just Asha coming in and saying, well, this is the way I see it, and get rid of them instead of trying to take advantage of the teams that already do work. They're already making games. Use them, do something else with them instead of just shutting it down, because it's hard to create a new team. It's so hard to do. It takes so many years to get that to work, and you already have them working. They already released games. Like just add something.
And they work well together, right? So like that's
Exactly.
also something that you need to take into consideration when you're having people make anything, right?
Agreed. Yeah, and I mean, especially when you consider somebody like Ninja Theory, who that they've done that, like part of their entity, like part of their life as a studio has been going to help in other studios finesse a part of the game that they couldn't get to.
And critical, like success wise, like Hellblade 2, best actress, other categories, Psychonauts 2 was up for Game of the Year. It was up for many different awards. With Compulsion South of Midnight, Canadian Game of the Year, but it was also nominated with other things.
And it won the Peabody Award. It won the BAFTA.
So you sit there and say like, well, okay, the studios may not like produce these heavy hitters as far as sales, but they bring some recognition to your library and portfolio of games that are actually industry recognized as something of value. And like sometimes you as a platform just have to take that, right? This is the part where I find they're going more in the PlayStation direction of like, well, it's nice that we had these studios, but those studios were making so many great games on the PlayStation side, and they just shut it down. I just want, my God of War and Spider-Man and well, why? Like, what? I understand you have to make tons of money, but you make tons of money in the other stuff. Can't you give us like small, quirky games that sometimes just turn out to be great, right? So like, imagine in this world, is Grounded ever going to get made again? I don't know. And that's the part that really is kind of disappointing, right? Like, we were finally at a point where like, this was the platform that gave us all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah.
All sorts of passion projects. Some of them were great. Some of them were like, meh, right? But they were there. And then there were also big games, right? You had your anchor games. They were there. But now it's really just going to be, let's focus on the anchor games, which is just like what PlayStation is. It's so disappointing. Like,
yeah, the only upside to that is that they have more IP. But I had brought this up. This is how PlayStation kind of ended up in the mess that they're in. They started trimming off anything that didn't make enough to their standards, and this is what they have going on now. I do want to go to the Archangel Nexus. Yo, what's good? Thank you for rocking out. He says Hellblade is only doing bad because everyone's mad it's not on a PlayStation exclusive anymore. It's not a PlayStation exclusive anymore. I agree. I feel like this was the game, Hellblade 2 was the game that kind of crossed that line where, you got the cinematics and you got that story, that heart-wrenching story that kind of made you feel something special, right? And connected to your character in a way that PlayStation games, some of their games tend to do. And I felt like Xbox with Hellblade 2 stepped into that space in a very grand way, right? It kind of like showed up and said, I can do this too, and I can do it better. And to see that studio be a part of what is getting talked about, obviously nothing's been confirmed. It's a big mess up, I feel like.
Yeah, and it launched exclusively too. So like it was exclusive for a year before it went anywhere.
But I do think on PlayStation, this is their type of game. And even though they didn't show up for it in the way that, that was significant, I do feel like maybe if it was a PlayStation exclusive, they would have shown up and supported the game more, although they're not in the same space that they were before.
If they were, but they don't support any of their games like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, it's just the first Hellblade did not sell. It wasn't exclusive to PlayStation, and it also did not sell, a lot. Look, Hellblade is a very niche type of game.
It really is.
It's not about it being
it's
not about it being a story focused game. It's the psychosis, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's messing with your mind. Some people can't handle hearing voices in their head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she couldn't, right? How come we could, right? So I get it.
And they do it so well.
It's a phenomenal experience.
So well done.
All this conversation about it actually makes me want to go back.
Right?
But let me get JD Gamer in the building, man. Thank you, Bill, for being here. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, first off, I like many of the games from the smaller studios. The problem wasn't that they made smaller games, is that they took 6 to 7 years to make it. So I would say that the 6 to 7 years is a bit of a cop out right now to put on them, because that 6 to 7 years also included a devastating world pandemic that slowed down everyone from releasing their games in any reasonable amount of time. So I think putting the 6 to 7 year mark on these small teams who had to figure out how to work through COVID for the first time. It's different when you have many people making a game and you're trying to work through COVID, because at least you have a lot of people, even if they're only doing a little, you still got a lot of people doing such things. Whereas a little bit of people broken up into different areas and having to deal with work from home and all this other stuff. Like, I think we got to cut the small people a little slack and not look at it like this was just a normal thing. Look at how fast Ninja Theory turned around with their next game.
Exactly.
It's going to be a 3-year cycle, which is the normal expectation.
I did feel like we saw Hellblade for like ever, and I was like, oh my gosh, when are we going?
Well, they were also launching a new engine
and play this.
Unreal
exactly.
Engine 5. They
but
were getting a new version.
The turnaround, because they have that foundation now, which was pretty quick. I was very shocked to see that on the show. So, and very excited.
100%.
So I do hope we get to play.
But great.
Yeah, you can't have the same expectations. If the bigger studios are struggling to go ahead and deliver a game within reasonable time, I mean, what can we expect from the smaller games? The games are smaller, but so are the studios, right?
Yeah, facts. Like the next Compulsion game is not like, if none of this was happening, it wasn't going to take Compulsion 6 to 7 years to release their next game. Like, this was all foundational work that was in between Unreal Engine 4, Unreal Engine 5. They had to wait for a lot of things to take place. They also had a bar to hit, right? These are small teams having to execute at high levels, and they've done it, but it took time to get there. But once you're there, right? Like the bar, you already understand that bar. You know how to make that bar. Now it's just what else you want to do with it, right? So I think that wouldn't have happened. He's back with another $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
Thank
says
you.
The original plan was for the smaller studios to produce games every 2 to 3 years. So imagine the difference in the budget, and this wouldn't have happened. Agreed. But
You see
again,
where they're going, right?
Yeah,
Senua is coming out 3 years later.
literally 3 years
Exactly.
for Senua, right? So
So I think after getting past that problematic situation that took place and kind of, everybody got cut some slack, right? The generation kicking in and everything, like we all had to be patient. And obviously with the smaller studios, again, we all had to have that patience. And it seems like this is when things are getting, going. And look at the turnaround. So
yeah, they finally caught up. But
Mhm.
I would say the other thing is that, like, I feel like everyone is trying to give a reason or an explanation or an excuse or anything other than what is really happening here. Okay. A game taking 6 to 7 years to be made and being reviewed extremely well, being extremely high quality, that is not the reason, and then not selling as much is not the reason that these studios are gone or maybe gone or having these things happen. Understand, there's only one reason any of this is happening. And the reason is Xbox is shifting their focus from spending money on games that, although could be fantastic, even if they would have sold to a decent amount, going into this, we knew that Xbox knew that these games were never going to sell gigantic amounts.
Yep.
And what Asha, as an outsider, has stepped into this and seen, well, we have all of these big IP that we are taking longer to deliver to our audience who is thirsty and hungry for them, because we're funneling some of our dollars to these smaller entities that ultimately, even if they're made amazingly well, they're too art housey to ever sell in the numbers that these big IP will. And that's just the reality of what it is. So they're changing their gears. They are going ahead. The fans, that side of the fans, the loud side of the fandom at Xbox, has gone ahead and shifted the tides for the future of Xbox. They have done it. They are the ones who have made this situation happen, good or bad, whatever comes from it. They're the reason. They cried about this so much. Asha had a choice to make, and she saw that it's the way to go for them. Don't worry about the people who don't care. Don't worry about the people who are not, flipping out or creating issues for Xbox. Go to the people who are. Go to the people who are sitting there and they're upset about this, who are out there making videos about how bad Xbox is, or how dumb Xbox is, or how horrible Xbox is, how they don't care about the hardcore anymore, right? You go and you stop the bleeding there, right? You stop the bleeding. You give them what they want, but unfortunately, no matter how you look at it, no matter what, I don't care. There's no explanation you could type into the chat that will change the fact that doing this is not a simple, hey, okay, we're just going to do this. No, Asha made it very clear. I have to think about this. I want to make the right decision, not the fast decision, right? They want to do something that this decision is going to cause ripples throughout their entire business, right? So they had to decide what was more important. And what they have decided is they want to win back that side of the core audience.
I mean, they
right?
want to quiet the noise, right? They want to make sure that people are
Exactly.
not on. Look at how Satya was talking about, YouTube the other day. They know that every YouTuber out there, most of them were just creating problems for the situation, and that needed to be shut down.
Well, they also know that the Xbox tax is real. We're going to talk about it later.
Mhm.
But there's one thing when the Xbox tax is just coming from the media and the ponies. It's a whole nother thing when the Xbox tax is now brought to you by Xbox fans, right? Like that,
Exactly.
that is a fundamental problem that they have decided they didn't want to have. Now, what does that mean? That means that they had to change everything in the business to allow for that particular ask, what the people on that side wanted. So they had to shift everything. That means that they're not going to make the money off the games if the games aren't going everywhere. So they have to make the money somewhere else. We talked about it. The fear was, how do you guarantee you're not going to be in the situation next year? You got to let people go.
Yeah,
you got to close
studios. It was contradicting, and now
things.
Obviously this is the result of it, right? How do you guarantee something like that when you can't force people to buy your games and you can't force people to show up, right? The way you guarantee that is by taking it from somewhere else.
100%.
Unfortunately.
Snooki Jackson was good, homie. I see.
Yo.
But that's the reality.
So I let me go to Gentle Stone. What's up? Thank you for being here. He says, Gentle Stone says that Senua is what he's been talking about, showing it, then just dropping the studio feels icky, and people will remember because the gaming media won't let people forget.
Well, that part you got to remember that Ninja Theory, it's already come out that Ninja Theory was the one who requested it.
I hear you, because I felt the same way, and it also seems like this is to show their work and kind of put themselves out there, like, look at what we've done, right? And potentially get the attention of some buyers. So that's what it kind of comes down to. So it was kind of like a way to have a pitch out there. Because I was very shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. It should have been like a closer, right? Obviously they wanted to close with an exclusive and start with an exclusive and then everything in between. But I'm like, even if it were just a bit more towards the end, like, this is so freaking exciting. But yeah, so we'll see how this mess ends up. For sure is going to affect Game Pass, right? Which is what we didn't want to have happen, but it's a ripple effect. So you do one thing and those things have consequences, and that's where we're at. So we'll see once we cross that bridge and see how Game Pass is going to be affected, and then we make decisions from that.
Yeah, for sure. I just think, I don't know if you guys moved past that particular Gentle Stone statement that you had clicked, but
I don't know, Hargie, I don't know if you have anything to say about it, but it was supposedly, and I don't know where you saw it.
It came out somewhere. There was an article done that Ninja Theory was the one who asked Microsoft to go ahead and put it in the show so that they can market themselves to potential buyers. That was nice of Microsoft to do that.
But it was a bad look for them, though. I get
that's the problem. Yeah.
But there are people who only watch the show, and like, if this game doesn't come out, that's just another mess up from Xbox, right?
See, but this is the position that they're putting Xbox in. There is no mess up. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they're shuttering them or not shuttering them after showing it, because what the people care about are the big games, and that's what they're going to be providing. So you can be upset, but when Gears drops after they showed it, they did a deep dive, and then they showed it again, and it looks amazing. There's no amount of, oh no, I'm upset. She's giving them Gears as the exclusive. The mouths are shut. These people don't care that Ninja Theory is going to be gone or any of that stuff. It's a blip on the radar now. Nobody's going to remember that. They don't care. They're going to be looking at the new big thing that's coming. That's their own thing because it's exclusive, right? That's where the conversation is going to be. Outside of places like us who are still bringing up these ideas, because every time we've talked about it multiple times, because we always have somebody new on the panel that hasn't got their bars off yet, so we're talking about it, and it just like it is what it is, right? Hargie, were you gonna say something on it though, or did I cut you off? I wasn't trying to.
I mean, no, it's I don't know, like that whole situation just kind of stinks. I don't know. I we'll see. They have I sometime through July, right? And and you never know. Maybe Asha changes her mind. We have no idea what happens in the interim, right? That could also happen.
Support studio is a possibility,
'cause-
man. They could just have
'cause
them go do things.
None of this is officially out. This is all reporting, right? They haven't outright come and said it that I'm aware of. Have they? They haven't come out and said any of this?
No,
right?
but they also went ahead and debunked the idea that they were walking back exclusives, right?
Yeah,
We had
that I
whole
know.
episode.
I heard that one.
Yeah, so
but as far as these
but they
studios,
debunked that, but they didn't do. Meaning the fact
Maybe
that they
they're waiting
came out,
to see who's gonna be loud about this, right? And who's gonna care. And it seems like not a lot of people
Well-
do. Like not enough people care about the
I mean,
fact that these studios.
well,
are
I do.
shut down.
I'm one of the very few, right? And I
I
have
agree with
said
you,
it on the
Hargie.
few things, and I think you guys had an immediate thing as well.
we did a whole show on it,
Right,
How
and,
upsetting it was.
Yeah, and so like I think we're probably the only ones. I don't know who else is, because everybody else was clamoring for the exclusives, and I'm like, dude, there's a cost for exclusives. Be careful.
what you wish
I don't
for.
care
That's
about
what
your
we said.
exclusives. Have them if you want, but if it fucks my if it messes up my Game Pass, right, I'm gonna be annoyed, and that's exactly where we are. And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's the problem. But and again, to be clear, like the only reason I haven't like reacted to the Game Pass situation quite yet is because for the foreseeable future we still have that pipeline, in there.
And thanks to Sarah and Phil's work, for the next few years, we will get third-party content in there that they've already signed, right? So like Persona 6,
Exactly.
for instance. So we're good for a few years. We're going to be eating well. But after that, I don't know
We don't
what's
know.
up. Like
But
said,
you know what?
It might
Dude,
be
the way
third-party
things work-
deals, right?
The way things work now, a year, 6 months, a month, anything can change, bro. Like that's why, like, because I already see from now to the end of 2027 is set. Plus, I'm thinking that maybe we're getting hardware next year. We'll see. But like, I'm not going to stress about things that haven't come to pass, right?
I agree with that, but I will say though, like it's because Hargie, you have brought up Phil and Sarah. It's like everything that they work so hard to do is just
This is
getting
erasing that.
ripped apart.
Yep, this is absolutely undoing the Phil era, the
Yep.
vision that he had, right? It's just
I mean,
erased. But to be fair, they are seeing it didn't work. That's what they're thinking, right? It didn't work. Okay, fair
Yep.
enough. So if that didn't work, what does Asha see in the world? She's like, oh, well, that works. What the PlayStation folks are doing, that works. Let's go that way. No, fair enough, right? And I think she's going to play the same playbook. They're going to go third-party lockdowns, go make third-party deals, right? I think all that stuff's going to keep happening, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see a third-party exclusive, right? I think she's already said that she's interested in doing.
we're
those kind
gonna
of things.
we're gonna
So,
talk about that later on
Yeah.
after the at our member topic. But yeah, I mean, it's Phil. Listen, we all love Phil for what he gave to us and what he did. And I honestly, I can see that 100% him and Asha are in the exact same spot, right? At the beginning of that moment where Satya came knocking, right? And Satya said, all right, Asha, you're going to come in. This needs to change. You need to figure out how to change this because we want to start making some real money on this thing, right? She says, I'm not beholden to the margin. Sure, we know that, but the margin's coming. It's not going to go away. He's just sitting in the corner of the room in the dark waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't leave the room. He didn't leave the building. He's still haunting you right there. Like, let's not get it twisted. Amy Hood is not gone. You know what I'm saying? She didn't magically just look at the books and say, you know what? Actually, I didn't have my reading glasses on. Everything's okay. No, we're not stupid. We're not dumb. Okay. So Asha is under the same gun as Phil is, or Phil was. Okay. Phil had a long time too. Phil was 2014. He took over. He had over 10 years. Okay. Now, what he wanted to do was to grow the platform. He wanted to make gaming wide. He didn't want to take away from us. He saw that prices were going to increase to make games and all this stuff. He saw that the only way to make more money is to make them available instead of locking them down, right? These are all things that he worked towards to try to make it as open as possible, to make as much money as possible. The problem is that his desire was not as strong as the fanboy desire. And I think we now understand this. Okay. I think this is just a clear situation. You know, the raising the dollars because of Call of Duty and Game Pass. Look, they took out Call of Duty, lower the price, memberships went up, retention went up. It shows you that everything that people were saying, for the most part, was true. That Call of Duty went in there, it boosted up the price, and they were saying to themselves, I don't want Call of Duty in there. You know why? This is the fact. If you wanted to play Call of Duty, you were happy buying it every year. That's the reality. All right. What all putting it in Game Pass did was take the people who were buying it and they had Game Pass and said, oops, I don't have to buy it anymore. That's all I did. And the increase for everyone to pay for just for the ones who were gonna actually play it and buy it anyway to get a break. I think it makes sense. And she gave you the money so that if you save the money every year, you can afford to buy Call of Duty from the savings you would have had if you were paying the 30, right? But it's just they're in the exact same spot. Asha just saw that the way to victory in her mind is listening to the feedback, is listening to the people, not by going into their meetings and having these long meetings where they're just sitting there thinking about what might be the best. They're coming out, they're putting out this player voice. It was the number one most requested thing, right? There's not a lot of people who requested it, but the small minority, the vocal minority, they got their way. And listen, if Asha is going to take the company and bank it on the voice of the few, then do it. You know, I don't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with exclusives or not exclusives. I had a problem with the fact that I knew that if they didn't do exclusives, people were going to lose their minds over it. That's why I said Xbox doesn't need exclusives. They would have been fine. They would have been more than fine. But they're doing it because of the way that the people are talking, and that's fine. That's good. Follow the loud ones, because those are the ones that care about that particular thing enough to make it be a difference for them. Now, Game Pass just lowering the price, nothing to do with exclusives, brought back people and kept the retention, right? Exclusives had nothing to do with Game Pass, right? At the moment, right?
Yes.
But it still went up, right? It still went up. So the people who played Game Pass had no care in the world about whether there was exclusive or not. It was all about the dollars, right? How much money they were spending. Now we'll see. We'll see what this does. But I do want to get the homie JD Gamer in the building with that $10 super chat. Shout out to JD with the now biggest super chat of the night. He says, to be clear, I don't want these studios closed. I want the next Hellblade and South of Midnight, but I do understand the financials of it as bad as it is. Asha never, ever listened to name gallopers. They hate Xbox. Well, that's the part that's hard, right? Because you don't know who's who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's who. The same tactics that the ponies did. I mean, if you're being honest, that's exactly what Xbox people were doing. They were doing the same thing, saying the same things.
Yeah.
They were using the same things. We were talking about the same thing, literally talking about console sales.
Yeah.
We joked forever about ponies, right? Why are you talking about you can't play console sales? You ain't got the games. All of a sudden, we didn't care about the games. Now it's only about console sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like, you kind of got to call a spade a spade. She is listening to the ponies because at the end of the day, they are one and the same. They're saying the same things. They're doing the same things, acting the same way. just because you feel like you're acting that way for the good of your place. If the ponies were acting the same way
For the good of their
for
place.
the good of their place and the bad of your place, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
all in the same.
It's all the same vein, right? It's all the same vein. So she's listening to the loud people. That's just the reality. And then you got the homie Be Nice in the building. Shout out to Be Nice, man, with that $5 super chat. Says every couple months for several years, media had us ride the doom and gloom wave. For me, my gaming experience continues to get better every year. Well, that, Be Nice, is the absolute truth, right? That's what we're supposed to be heads down, worried about the games, right? Your gaming experience continues to get better every year. That's because of the work that Phil and Sarah had put into it to go ahead and create this pipeline that was going to come. We all knew it was going to come, and now it's here. And all the developers are finally out of this, out of the COVID times, right? So like the games that took 5 or 6 years, those were all being made during the COVID times. Now we're out of that loop, right? Now we're out of that loop. Now games that started 3 years ago that were out of the COVID times are able to come out, right? 4 years, 5 years. We're going forward. We're going to get a better cadence all around, I would say, in the industry. I think we're going to see a lot more, heavy hitters and bigger games coming out. And that's just going to continuously make our gaming that much better, right? So shout out to you, Be Nice. Appreciate you, man. Let me update this banner real quick because JD did go ahead and break the biggest super chat gamer with the 10. All right, boom, beautiful, Dunzo. All right, there we go. Okay, so are we done with this part? Like, can I move on to the topic?
Go ahead. We're waiting for you.
No. I'm not saying you guys were holding me up.
Oh,
I'm just saying, is there anything left that you guys want to say right now before I scoot us over?
We haven't even started the topics, right?
No,
technically not. No, not at all.
Trying to put this on us?
No. All right. I do have them here though. So we go here, bam, and bam. Okay. Listen, I know that it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but son of a gun, am I pumped? Why? I'll tell you why. Because our friends over at Rockstar have decided that today was the day where they were going to go ahead and show us the good stuff. That's right. No, don't get too excited. It's not the newest trailer, even though we did get a clip, but we have some information. That's right. Rockstar has officially gone ahead and announced the pre-order date is June 25th. So this next week, right after Father's Day, we are in the money. I got to be hawking that thing because I can't let what happened to me with Halo happen here. I need that collector's edition. Also, they revealed the box art, and the box art goes hard, right? The box art goes hard. It's a dope as box art. Let me bring it back, but I got to go here. Oh, there's some music, but you can't trust, Rockstar with their limitless amount of money for this song to not immediately strike the channel. Like, no, you better shut that down. So yes. Oh, well, that's like a blurred version. Okay, boom. There you go. That's the box art. Okay. And I gotta say, it looks dope.
It does look good.
Right? There's a lot
Yep.
in here. Right? You got the motorcycles. They can't be putting a motorcycle in here if I'm not going to be driving a motorcycle, right? So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to do motorcycle tricks. Okay. I'm excited there. They obviously have the main duo up top. I forget their names, but they're there. We have a speedboat. We got flamingos. We got alligators.
Yeah.
We got all the things. We got the helicopter that can land in water. And then you have the dope ass the car over there. It looks like a Lamborghini, but I don't know. Do we think is
Oh,
is Rockstar?
promos.
Huh?
The promos.
The what?
Pro advertisement.
Oh yeah. Are they
That's what
going?
we're gonna go.
Yeah, are they going to be having the actual car? I don't think they've done that at all yet, right? Like GTA 5 only has made up names. And honestly, I doubt they're gonna, because they want to keep making new cars that they can sell you in the new GTA Online. And then you have the guy with the gun down there. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a character, but you got a nice machine gun over there. And then you got the chick over here who is now part of the line of all the they call them the cover girls of GTA. So every GTA has one of these girls. You know what's really messed up? Not to bring a sour note to it, but I saw somebody take her. Do you see her on the side, baby?
Yes.
On the left side, somebody took her and they put on Twitter, "Oh, let me fix this," and turned her white.
What?
Yeah, they turned her white with blonde
Jeez.
hair, blonde straight hair. And it's like the way, like that blatant racism is crazy.
It is. It is.
Like that, you could just go ahead and just do it, right? Let's be racist. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then the dude on the other side, I don't know who he is in the game, but people say he looks like Mega Ran, the rapper that was at the at Summer Games Fest at the mix. He was doing his thing. So yeah, I mean, this is the box art. I think the box art looks sick.
I think it does. I think if this is what they want to put on the box art, right? Like, I mean, imagine what we're in for, right? It's almost like a overflow. Because I feel like you look at this and you're like, I can't wait to get in there.
There's just so much to do, man. Like, this world is going to be crazy. This is going to be insane. What about you, Hargie? Do you think it's a dope cover? Did they hit it? Did they nail it for you? Did they make you say, I need Grand Theft Auto 6 in my life?
I don't ever look at the cover. I don't care.
What?
Like, it's really
you don't
about the
stare
game.
at the cover, just post it on the side of your TV while you're playing, just so it's always in your field of view.
The vast majority of games I buy are digital, so
So there is no cover art for you. Listen, actually, Xbox is doing a pretty big update, right? Supposedly the cover art of the games are going to be now on the dashboard.
Yeah. I mean, I whatever. I like, the cover doesn't bother me. I still am not sure if I'm buying this one or if I'm waiting for PC. I don't know. I'm still up in the air. So
word.
We will see when it comes around. I don't know. I'm not a FOMO person. Thank God.
You're not a FOMO person.
I can wait. I don't care. So it really just comes down to like how well it's going to run, if it's going to be okay. I don't know. And a lot of people are going to be stuck on this game, and I'm like, hallelujah, there's no other games coming out after like freaking October, mid-October. I will just play my backlog.
You're going to be able to catch up. I have
so much
there
stuff
you go.
I need to catch up
That's
on.
the upside.
Like, I get to catch up on all that, and you know, Grand Theft Auto is nice, but I can wait for that one. If I can finish up like 5 other games, I'd rather do that. So nice. Great, but especially because I know it's very likely this is going to be a 30 frame game on consoles. I will just wait.
I don't know. Did you see the Gears?
Yeah, well, Gears is Gears.
I'm just saying, and you're right. Rockstar is Rockstar.
That's my thing. Rockstar usually says, no, we're not going to do the frames. We're going to pump the graphics up to a ridiculous level. The world is going to be so alive that there's no way to give enough compute time for frames. So we'll see. And I'd rather they do that. Because that's what they're good at. Like, the living world that they create is so insane. So I'd rather they do that. Like, that's what they're really good at. Go ahead. And I can just wait. I can wait till it comes to PC. So, but, you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll end up buying it anyway. But we'll see. I don't know.
Doodle, are you going to be right there first in line with me to go play some GTA 6?
I mean, I feel like I got to check it out.
So you're in.
I'm
You're
in.
I mean, listen, I think I don't know how many people in the chat. Put a let me know in the chat. Because sometimes we talk about GTA and some of the homies are like,
Put
No,
a poll
thank
in
you.
there, right?
yeah, I could put a poll in there. Look at Hargie having us use features. Okay. Let's do GTA 6. Day 1 or who cares? Bam. This is your time. Let us know. Patman Joe said I took time off from work. Oh,
Let's
snap.
go.
R Moncada says he's buying it. Just saying. This is a it's a big deal.
Well, wow.
It's not even if it's not.
It's more who
Oh,
cares?
damn, nobody cares. Some of them. That's wild. Look, this is the thing. Even if you are not personally excited to play the game, I think we can all agree that fundamentally the game is going to push what is possible in a game. You might not enjoy that type of game.
Damn, it's 60-40. Who cares?
That's wild. That's wild. Almost unbelievable. I feel like at this point, I think they're just trolling us. Like, there's no way. I can't believe that.
I mean, whatever.
I mean, statistically, it doesn't really make too much sense. But listen, the peoples are the peoples. Well, obviously, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. Just saying. Puzzling to me.
Getting closer now. 52-48, 53-47. Still, who cares is winning.
It's nice to see, though, because so many people are like, that's it for me once GTA drops, right? And everything the world's gonna stop, right? So it's good to see that not everybody's on that train, right?
This is why I like polls, right? So let's just ask. Let's see what people say. Let's just ask.
Exactly.
I mean, it's true. It's true. And it's clear that, when you go ahead and see the results, I mean, it's getting pretty. I mean, day one has taken over. But
it's still like it's 50-50, right? You would expect, hey, it's a huge game. It'd be like 90-10, right? Nope.
I mean, look, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
That means the other games do have a chance. See, they shouldn't be afraid, and they should come out and go ahead and be loud and proud. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, hey, we don't want to play Grand Theft Auto 6.
Listen, I know a lot of people play Grand Theft Auto, but there are players that don't, and this is a perfect example. And so that's why there's always room for more. And this comes right back to the studios getting shut down. I get it. They didn't sell as much, but there were players that fell in love with some of these games. And that's the reality.
Yeah, because not every game is for everyone.
Exactly.
And that's what these people don't understand. Now, let me tell you something. This cover art that was just released,
yes,
has already gathered 172.5 million.
There you go.
Views. 172.5 million views. That's probably more views than every game trailer that has released this year.
Yeah, for sure.
In one fell swoop. In one fell swoop. They literally just took down so many other trailers. Or this is not even a trailer. This is just a
It's
GTA.
just
This is just the art.
That's just a
This is just the cover art, my dude. Holy shit.
What happened?
Shout out to Big Boy Boxing from PAX
What
East
happened?
2023
I missed it. I don't know what took
or
place.
2024. I took a so earlier I had Purpleberry make me some water.
Yeah.
She put some ice in there. Okay. I had it here from earlier when I was working down here, right? I had it here and I didn't really drink it. Okay.
Okay.
It is freezing cold.
Oh yeah, it's I love that bottle. Like we have
This bottle's
a couple. Yeah, I
crazy.
love that. That's one of my favorites.
Holy mother.
And that reaction was because it was cold. And you weren't expecting it. Got it. Okay.
I'm just saying, I wasn't expecting because it's like crazy cold.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy cold.
You can set it up, leave it overnight, and they'll still be
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. But I mean, what other 172 million views, bro. Come on, man. That's a lot. Like Hargie, what other game has come close to that many people checking out anything related to any game in 24 hours?
I don't know. Like, it's yeah.
None that we could think of.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Now that being said, I was waiting for somebody to do it, but I guess they finally somebody finally did. So somebody has gone ahead and actually it's IGN, so somebody is a little misleading. But they went ahead and went through the entirety of that cover art and broke down the details.
Oh wow.
Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look. So number one, you got the helicopter, right? Just like the cover art for every Grand Theft Auto since GTA 3, the upper left panel of GTA 6's cover features a helicopter. Didn't know that. Everyone since GTA 3 has had a helicopter in the top left corner. That's crazy. This time it's a Sea Sparrow, the amphibious helicopter that first appeared in the original GTA Vice City and now frequents the skies of GTA Online. Hovering over the pastel-colored skyline of GTA 6's new rendition of Vice City, this particular model is equipped with a mounted minigun bolted onto the cockpit steps. It would be an odd thing for a utility helicopter to come armed with high RPM military hardware as standard. So it may well be that we can modify choppers with aftermarket add-ons just like you can in GTA Online. Well, you got Jason and Lucia, okay, or Lucia. I don't know exactly how they're going to say it. Lucia, right? Lucia would be Italian. Lucia would be
Lucia.
Says here we have our protagonists, Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos. As stated on the Rockstar website, Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. Well, we know the story. Now we saw him here again. Then you got Lucia. The Rockstar website explains that fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. She can be seen in this panel holding a pistol, short-barreled, vaguely similar to the SNS pistol MK2, which doesn't necessarily seem like a smart move to me, but is pretty vital equipment for a GTA protagonist. In the background are the silhouetted palm trees that we've become accustomed to seeing in previous GTA 6 artwork. You know, I got to tell you, obviously there's palm trees in Florida. The weirdest thing for me, and I don't know why, because it's also on the coast too, I guess, but it's being in California and seeing the palm trees just feels really weird. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels really, really weird. Every time I see it, it bugs me out. All right. Now we got the motorbike. The motorbike looks exciting to me. It says this daredevil is pulling a wheelie on a vibrant sports motorcycle. The bike itself appears to be a Principal Alvino V1, a new model for GTA 6 that we first saw in a screenshot of Jason released in May 2025. But where Jason's ride was green, this fella's mounted on a mechanical stallion painted in synth wave-esque shades of pink and purple. The bike is also adorned with logos, the sort of livery that makes you wonder what level of Forza rivaling customization will be available at the local Vice City custom shop. Dude, the amount of money that they went ahead and put into this game, you could only imagine that they had like teams for every different discipline that's in this game.
Oh yeah.
And just going all out as if they're making their own little game within the game. I could only like the hype levels for this game is almost ridiculous. But to imagine that the 25th we're gonna be able to pre-order it, you gotta imagine they're gonna drop a trailer, right? For maximum hypeness, right?
Absolutely.
Like the trailer 3 is gonna go live, and boom, you're gonna pre-order it, right? And that thing is gonna get stupid amount of views. So all right, that's the motorbike, right? Oh, they show the motorbike here, right? Man, this game's gonna look real good. Similar to the helicopter, this bike also sits in the very same panel that featured a motorbike on Vice City's cover, which back in 2002 was a big deal since it was the first GTA to feature motorcycles. Driving alongside the bike, lights flashing and sirens no doubt shrieking, is a Vapid police cruiser. This interceptor vehicle is among the most common law enforcement cars on the streets of GTA 5's Los Santos, and so it's unsurprising to see the police departments in Leonida include them in their fleet. It's had a slight facelift since we last saw it. Those front light clusters and lower vents appear slightly different to the ones that speed around interrupting Trevor, Michael, and Franklin's fun, but it's the same Bobby Mobile you love to hate. Then you have Mystery Woman. So Mystery Woman, here's a character that we don't think we've seen before. Replicating the original Vice City cover, we have a mystery woman in a bikini enjoying a drink. Like both her and the blonde woman seen on the cover of GTA 5, she may not actually play a part in the story. We'll have to wait to find out if she's a vital part of Jason and Lucia's social circle. What we can deduce, though, is that she's a fan of the Leonida version of the Miami Dolphins NFL team, as the turquoise color of the jersey she's wearing is a very similar shade to the real-life counterpart. We know from the second trailer that they've called the Vice City Manatees. She's also sporting a tattoo on her side that reads Vice Baby, suggesting that she was born and raised in the area. Another hint towards this is the 305 tattoo on her wrist, which is the real-world area code for Miami. The chain around her neck says Siempre, Siempre. Mommy, say it.
I can't see what you've got.
Siempre.
Siempre.
Yeah, but I sound dumb, and I wanted you to sound. There you go. You said it. Which is Spanish for always. I have no clue if this hints at anything, but we're committed to giving you every detail we can. Elsewhere in the panel, we can see she's been sipping on what looks like a parody of the hard seltzer drink White Claw. We can't see the full name of it, but the word thaw is prominent, as is the can design that closely resembles the real drink. On the landscape version found on Rockstar's website, behind her is the Atoll Bar and Grill, an establishment we've seen before. We've not seen before in any trailers or the original GTA Vice City. Has she just left there? Has she just left here, or is she about to enter? Some mysteries may never be solved. All right, then we got the Gator. Okay, a cube named Frank. Look at him. CMoney versus Spanish. Listen to me. Okay. I never claimed to be the most fluent. That's my doodle. Okay. My doodle helps me out with Espanol.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The alligator. Here's one we didn't expect to ever see adorn the cover of a Grand Theft Auto game. An alligator, complete with a giant toothy maw that you'd swear was smiling at the audience if it weren't for the simple biological fact that no, alligators cannot smile and do not even understand the concept of smiling. This chomping reptile is, of course, given pride of place on the cover to represent the Grass Rivers area of GTA 6's gargantuan new map, known as the untamable jewel of Leonida's crown. These wetlands are home to far more deadly predators than gators. Above, you can see a previously released screenshot of some mud cake hunters who sure do seem to love their guns and trophy kills. While the big game waiting in the Grass Rivers is no doubt perfect fodder for Red Dead Redemption style hunting missions, it seems like we'll want to think twice before getting in the way of those looking to claim their own prized target. And of course, this is the screenshot that they're referring to. They got themselves a gator. All right. Booby Ike. That's wild. Next up is Booby Ike, a music producer and owner of the Jack of Hearts strip club featured in the trailers. An enterprising businessman, he also runs a recording studio with his business partner, Jay Quan Priest, called Only Raw Records. In this image, we can clearly see a prominent gold ring on his finger, depicting a lion wearing a crown. Could this suggest that Ike sees himself as the king of Leonida? The Rockstar website says that Booby is a local Vice City legend and acts like it. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire spanning real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Booby's all smiles until it's time to talk business. I think it's fair to say we may well be working both with and against him over the course of GTA 6 story. Then, of course, you have the supercar. We're all excited to get a supercar, even though we know that it's going to take forever to do so unless we steal one. Okay, but we won't own one for a long time. What's a GTA cover without a ridiculously expensive motor? The bottom left panel is reserved for a glorious bright yellow supercar with scissor doors. This is almost certainly a brand new model from Pegasi, the GTA universe's high-end Italian automotive company. We've actually seen this car before with vibrant lime green paintwork prowling the streets of Vice City in both the first and second GTA 6 trailers. Very likely inspired by the Lamborghini Aventador. This Pegasi is likely the in-universe successor to the Infernus, which was based on the Aventador's own predecessor, the Murcielago. It's also another nod back to the original Vice City cover art, which featured a yellow Infernus, which was that game's version of the classic 1980s Lamborghini Countach. And then Raul Batista. The final character with the honor of gracing the cover is Raul Batista, a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. That's described on the Rockstar website. He's holding a Duke assault rifle. Interestingly, this is a weapons manufacturer from the Red Dead Redemption universe. Crossing over, are we? All right. And marks the first time a company from that universe has made its way into the HD universe of GTA games. We can see other Duke guns, including a revolver, 2 ARs, and a sniper rifle across the two previous trailers. Bro, are we going to see the descendants of the Red Dead squad in this game?
That'd be crazy.
I mean, it's not too far away.
No.
Right? Florida. You had where Red Dead took place was down by New Orleans and stuff, right? Like it's not that far away, gang. Oh, that would be crazy. That would be really crazy. That would be real. I'll be very excited for that. He's standing in front of the Sin Frontera National Bank, a natural habitat for a seasoned robber such as himself. It's fair to assume we'll be joining Raul on a mission to infiltrate this building as Rockstar continues its legacy of daring heist missions. Incidentally, Sin Frontera in Spanish translates as without borders and may well be based on the CNBFL, City National Bank of Florida, which operates with businesses between Chile, and Spain. And then the boat. In yet another nostalgic nod back to the original Vice City cover, we have a top-down view of a boat cruising through the Miami-like waters. Here we see a group of people riding in a Clarion speedboat, the same brand of water vehicle that can be seen zooming past the cargo ship in the first trailer of GTA 6. We don't yet have an official name for this specific model, as Clarion is a brand new motorboat manufacturer for GTA 6, but it appears to have been inspired by the design of the real-world cigarette Top Gun boat. Above them flies a flamingo, suggesting that they're sailing near Leonida's equivalent of the Everglades, the grass rivers, as this is where the wading birds are typically found in Florida. And that's it. That was the breakdown of every square. Listen, I like when people who are familiar with the lore of GTA and linking everything together, like that's one of my favorite things about Rockstar, that this is part of a world. It's part of a legacy, that the games in the past are part of the future. So I think that's really dope. I mean, what do you guys think? You know, I think it's a dope cover art. And I mean, the thing I'm most excited for is the possibility of this Red Dead connection. I would love that. I would love if they had John Marston, like his, ancestors, or well, not his ancestors. He would be the ancestor. His great grandkids. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope if there was like a mission for it. You know what I'm saying? But like not an actual mission, like a hidden mission. Like you go out into the woods and you find a cabin and like deep in the woods, and they're, that's where they are.
Tegan says that John Marston is the ancestor of the guy you play in GTA 3.
What?
That's what he's saying. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know. But I mean, either way, that would be dope. Anything in particular to stand out to you guys with this? Is that a no?
No. I mean, it's
nothing in particular. Got it.
No, I mean it certainly has, some new things, some, continuations of things they usually do. So it's more, let's just see when the game is more revealed to us. We'll see what they do in it.
All right. There's one last little piece here that I will show everybody because it's pretty cool. And that is, somebody's gone ahead and clipped both versions of I assume this is Vice City in both places, or maybe it's not. I don't know. But they're giving you an overview of what the game looks like in 2026. That's the brand new clip that just got released today with the pre-order announcement. But they also brought in Grand Theft Auto 5 from 2013.
Yeah.
This is what 13 years looks like.
That's crazy.
And let's go ahead and play it. I mean, you can absolutely see, like, this is a whole new world. Like, talking about a generational leap, this is insane. Insane.
That's incredible, bro. Absolutely stunning.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really, really dope. That's really, really dope. And Digital Foundry has already come out and confirmed that all of this is ray traced on the new stuff. But there was a weird situation. If you see, there's a Ferris wheel back here. right? That Ferris wheel doesn't have a reflection or a shadow or whatever it is. So they said that it might just be a failing of the ray tracing, but they fully believe that the rest of the game is in fact ray traced. But it's gorgeous, right?
It is.
But I mean, this is a huge generational leap, right? Like you can just like when you look at the water, when you look at just the atmosphere, the atmospheric effects of the world. Like they used to have to put a lot of fog to hide things and to make it so that they have to be so detailed. But like just look at how many lights are in this game. Look at the reflections, the quality of what you're seeing. Man,
I agree. I'm on a very tiny screen over here. I see the Ferris wheel that you're talking about.
Right, you see it right there.
So I'm not getting the same visuals that you are. But yeah, it does look great.
Right? Yeah, I'm loving it. I for one cannot wait. Look, it seems like as of right now, the day ones are winning at 51%, but it's still pretty crazy that, you know, it's 49% could give three craps about this. So first of all, shout out to you 49% for rocking out with us while we talk about this, considering that you don't care about it. So I do appreciate y'all. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic. But let me get my, well, actually, baby, can you read some of the chat while I pull up the next part?
Let's see.
Oh, damn, we got real big. There we go. All right.
So Beer Baron says Nintendo and PC only gamers are missing out so bad. I mean
that's a huge
that's
a huge deal.
That's crazy. So what, like about another year for PC?
Between a year and two, normally a year, but between a year and two for PC, depending on how far they want to go.
Considering things though, I'm thinking a year, right?
I would say a year is probably likely.
I mean, it's a different
because you got to imagine that they also might be making the upgrade for Helix as well.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like hand in hand. You get Helix, you get the PC version. Also, hold on. This was let me bring this up real fast. The covers. Just so you can see them all from the beginning. Well, from Grand Theft Auto 3. You can see the helicopter that was in each one all the way across. And
yep.
The sports car, you can see.
Yes.
They always have a cover girl that's separate from the characters. There's always another guy, but GTA 5 had multiple, but
yeah.
The
guns.
I think it's a nice evolution. I think this is the nicest one they've done.
I agree.
I think it's the nicest one they've done so far, for sure. So yeah, kudos to them.
It's crazy to see them side by side.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. You can continue. I just wanted to
bring that up.
Because
So I'm gonna go to our boy E Ranks. He says, I'm excited for the game, but I'm just exhausted about talking about the game. I get that. It's been 4 straight years of GTA speculation. So he's ready to let's cut through the BS. Give me a date, maybe a trailer, or let's just wait till we play this. He's sick of the hype. I get it. And it's crazy because for GTA, every little thing, again, this is about the cover, and it's they dropped the cover and look at how many people show up to analyze it and check it out. It is crazy. Yeah, those numbers are wild. You can understand when you see the numbers why these developers are like, nope, nothing after October. We're just gonna pack camp and just ride this out.
I mean, 172 million views in 24 hours is pretty damning. I don't know how else to cut it. Like, you can't, there's no other way you can look at this. It's insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, it's going to be a moment no matter how you look at it. And I'm absolutely all in. I'm so there for it. So that being said, this is me coming from, a game that I think is absolutely amazing. I can't believe that it came out and like literally delivered in every way. I was just playing Crimson Desert today again. Did you beat Crimson Desert, Hargie? Man, I'm just getting started. Like I played it a little bit. I haven't played it. I bought the collector's edition.
It's long. It takes a while.
Well, it for me is one of those like forever type games. Like I'm not looking to like beat it and rush through it. I just kind of want to. I'm just kind of living that world.
Finished Lego Batman, which I also like did everything.
Oh,
so
how was it?
That was fun. Except for the races. I didn't have fun with those, but whatever.
Lego Batman.
Yeah.
Lego Batman. It's Father's Day. Some may say this weekend.
Oh, I thought you were going to say today. I'm like, what?
And that little birdie told me
Mm-hmm.
that I might be getting an exciting gift. So, we'll see. We'll see if the birdie was right. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the birdie's right or wrong. I'm not saying I will be upset if the birdie was wrong, but I'm hoping the birdie was right. All right. Let's get going to this next chapter. All right. So, guys, hey, fun facts. PlayStation has gone ahead and has been quoted as finally coming out and saying that they're going to keep their single player games exclusive and they're going to keep their multiplayer games or live service games multi-platform. Okay. And this is the article or one of them that has gone ahead and said this. So this is a guy who, he's a lean PlayStation guy, right? He might be a pony. I'm not sure 100%, but he goes ahead and he takes this, image down here, right? It's right here. See, there's like a little white bar down here, a little white line, right? Well, we don't use that. Don't worry about that. Just keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. There's a little white line under it. Looks like there's a black bar over here, right? That if you were looking at this, that black bar should have went all the way down, right? Should have went all the way down if this was one image. But they took this and then he made his post, which says, PlayStation CEO Hideki Nishino says, our current main policy is that for single-player games developed in-house, we will further refine the value of the gaming experience that PlayStation can offer. Now, if you can, please, that statement, just so I know, because I'm new to English. I'm new to English. I'm having a hard time with the words. I'm not quite sure. Which words in there specifically said that they were keeping all single-player games exclusive? Do you see the words? No, it's too small on your screen.
Yeah,
Hargie,
I can't.
Hargie, I'm new to English. I just want to know. These words, they're tricky for me. I'm just learning the language. Our current main policy is that for single-player games developed in-house, we will further refine the value of the gaming experience that PlayStation can offer. Further refine the value of the gaming experience that PlayStation can offer. I just want to know. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just, me no speaking English very well. I just want to know where in that statement did it say, hey, boom, guaranteed, these are exclusive games if they're single player. Does it say that?
Not particularly, but
no. Inferred.
I mean,
yes, but
you can interpret it however you like.
Let me ask you a question, just so I know. If this was not PlayStation CEO Hideki Nishino, but instead Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, who said this, would they go ahead and say, well, we can interpret it that way, or will they say he didn't say that?
Yeah, no, hell no.
No, right? So, Doodle, what is that called? Is that called like a double standard? Right? Would some people label that
the Xbox
tax? I don't know. I'm not saying they're not gonna. I'm just saying the words he said in English for me, don't really translate 100% correctly. But he also is not speaking in English, right? So this is a translation. But he says, at the same time, we believe it is important for live service games to reach a wider audience through online multiplayer. So we continue to view releases on both PS5 and PC as the standard. Okay, cool. This is the thing, guys. If this was the quote, then one would interpret it as single player exclusive, non-single player.
Well, yeah, that's
exclusive.
Essentially when you read the second part, he's saying what they're going to do with their live service, and they're going to figure out what to do with their single players, right? Because they have to, they're thinking to keep it in-house.
Well,
okay,
let's zoom out a little bit and let's head to our newest member of the OnPoint family, Big Cloud Gaming, who will be hosting our PlayStation show.
Shout out to Big Cloud.
Shout out to Big Cloud.
Shout out to Big Cloud.
He said, and remember that line I said, why is there a white line under there if that was supposed to be the only image? Turns out it's a bigger image.
Oh my gosh.
So see, if we come over here, all right, and we see the translation. Now, mind you, this is tiny for me, so I'm gonna have to get up close. These glasses, although prescription, mean nothing because I can't see anything that's there. So let's read this one together. Okay?
Go ahead. Let's go.
Says, there have been reports suggesting that you might reconsider bringing PlayStation titles to PC. Could you share your current thoughts on this? That was the question that was asked to Nishino. This is his answer. We've always determined platform selection based on the characteristics of each title. If releasing a title on PC would maximize the gaming experience, we will continue to consider that option. Interesting. So what he's saying is PC's never off the table.
No.
So what you might infer by that is that if they release a game and it does dog shit for sales, maybe they might want to maximize the performance by bringing it to PC. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Okay? I'm not sure. These are just words that I'm reading. Not my cup of tea, English letters and words and such. So maybe I'm misreading it. But let's continue because he's not done there. Our current main policy is that. Now, look at how they select. You know how you know that they know that this messed up their whole thing? They didn't use this in the quote, right? right? When he posted it on Twitter, the other guy, right? He didn't put the first part that we just read. Why? Why? Doodle.
Mm.
Why? Why?
Why you say?
Why?
Because it doesn't suit the narrative?
It doesn't suit the narrative. I don't know. I feel like he felt when he was quoting this that if he put that first part, his point wasn't going to land. Do we think that might be the reason why he didn't put that in there? I feel like it.
I think you're spot on.
We're going to continue. So I won't read the next part because that's exactly what he quoted, right? So we continue to view releases on both PS5 and PC as the standard for live service. And then look at the next words. Regardless of the platform.
Damn.
Regardless of the platform.
Damn.
We will make decisions based on the principle of delivering the best possible gaming experience that maximizes each title's unique features.
They cut the bottom too.
They cut the beginning. They
And
cut
the most
end.
important parts.
Now, I'm not saying
man.
that they're doing this or not doing this because we're not PlayStation. We don't know.
We don't know. PlayStation can do what they want. It's the twisting. Like, why are you?
I'm just.
If you're going to go
pony
ahead
knows.
and use what he's saying,
Exactly.
why edit?
The pony knows that it's something
if
there.
If it suits your narrative, right? Or if it's something that you're trying to inform people, you wouldn't do this.
And this is just so you know, like I said, that was our boy Big Cloud Gaming who went ahead and called out this pony for being disingenuous. And that's why he is the host of our PlayStation show.
That's right.
Okay, because like we said, we want to have a place where actual PlayStation fans can not be fed a bunch of BS and lies nonstop, and they could just focus on what they actually have and enjoy the company of other like-minded people who don't want to go to a PlayStation show to hear slander against Xbox nonstop. Okay, so that is the situation. So shout out to Big Cloud. I'm just saying, this is I mean, it's pretty evident and clear what they're saying, right? They're saying case by case. Case by case, right? That's the words. Now, somebody else in there, if you go by the in the replies, somebody else showed an additional quote that was put out on this particular thing that was left out completely from the quote. Okay, again, you know, because the ponies don't like having the words that can be held against them, right? So this is the missing part. Right in between the two spaces says, we've always determined platform selection based on the characteristics of each title, said Nishino. If releasing a title on PC would maximize the gaming experience, we will continue to consider that option.
Listen, as they should. I
mean,
don't
of
see
course they should.
anything wrong with that. And I think that the only problem is that they want to twist the words to go ahead and still have something like this is going to be one up, right? So yes, if PlayStation thinks that their games should go on PC, anywhere they think that they should put their games, because even though they have almost 100 million boxes out there, players are barely showing up, or because they need the sales or want the sales, or it's better for their studios, then that's exactly what they should do.
Agreed. Listen, do you think the person with less money is more free from the idea of needing to make money?
If Xbox needed more money, even though obviously they have more money and they have more studios, if Xbox is exploring how to get more sales, why should PlayStation not do the same? If Xbox felt, let's see what these games can do outside of our platform, why should PlayStation stop at their platform and not continue? Even if the freaking 100 million copies were being sold, why would you turn around and not say, let me collect the rest?
Facts. There's no business who will ever do that.
But in the situation that they have going on right now, of course, that should never be off the table.
And it's clear that it's not, right? It's clear that it's not, which means by definition, if their plan is right this second to not bring those games elsewhere, if and when they see that the games are not doing what they want, or expect it to do, they can and will change their mind, because as the famous words of Asha Sharma, the plan is the plan till it's not the plan.
And if anything, that's the one lesson that they should have learned from this entire hole that they've dug themselves. They went ahead, this obsession with the GaaS games, they stick to the one thing that makes us money, and they were freaking canceling games left and right, closing studios, letting people go because of those decisions, because Concord was going to be the next Star Wars.
Hashtag never forget.
Hashtag never forget. If you are going to go ahead and learn anything from it, is to know when to dip out, right? And if keeping your games with 100 million boxes out there is not on your platform is not giving you the result that you need, go and explore. Go be for the streets. Do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, having exclusive games are not going to keep your studios afloat, are not going to go ahead and make you more games if those sales are not coming in. Save yo ass, PlayStation.
Save yo ass. Wow. Hargie?
Yeah, I mean, look, this can be interpreted any way you want, but I think they keep their, we hear an internal town hall thingy, whatever. Again, I don't know if it was true or not, but generally Jason Schreier is pretty good about his reporting. But Nishino's like, I'm just leaving my cards open. Like, I can put it anywhere I want. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to lock it down with any definitive statement. Certainly the multiplayers, it looks like those games are definitely going to go everywhere. And then it'll be case by case. Look, we saw some of these numbers. I don't know if they're accurate. They're linear analytics numbers. They didn't look too good for most of their games. So if you look at that and say, do you not want to have these games get additional sales? I don't know. I think you do, right? So they just released Saros. Not the greatest numbers. Sons of Sparta, the God of War game. Again, not so great. It's like, okay, even if you get a few 100,000 sales for those, isn't that just like pure money? Like, why would you say no? It's not like they sold you consoles. They literally could not have. They didn't sell enough copies. There's just no way they sold consoles. No way. So, like, what's the value, right? So if you look at it from the perspective of what he's saying, the experience of PlayStation. So what value did this drive for your console? Like almost none. So then give the studio money. Just let them sell it wherever and get some money for those games. The other one was Death Stranding 2, which I assume would go everywhere anyways, because that's Death Stranding, right?
Well, it's already on PC.
It's already on PC.
Yeah, I Xbox.
Yeah, I'm assuming it'll eventually end up everywhere. Like, and that's fine. I think that should end up everywhere. And I think he's talking about first party, right? Internal studios. So Yote did okay, right? Like 5-ish million in sales. Okay, cool. I just think that a lot of their games have this problem, and instead of the same issue that you were seeing on the Xbox side, hey, it didn't sell enough copies, should we just close the studios? Like, just let them sell everywhere. And if they have to like take some sort of metric and say this game is not going to sell 10 million copies, let's just day and date it. Let's put it on PC day and date and see if it gets a wider initial bump, right? So let it go. They've done that with some of their other games. When it's live service, do the same. Like, just Sons of Sparta. Who thought that was going to sell a 10 million? Like, it's just not. It's not. It just didn't look like a God of War game anyway. So it's like, okay, this is a niche game. Why don't you just put it everywhere? Like, put it on freaking PC day and date. Maybe you get 500,000 to 1 million sales just by doing that, right? Sure. Like, at least it gives you a boost of money. Hopefully it would pay for the game, no problems, right? So I think that's what he's saying is like, look, you have to be kind of realistic. Some of this stuff just doesn't make sense to go full exclusive. Maybe the next, Laffy, the next main God of War title is exclusive. Okay, fine, fair enough, right? Maybe it isn't. Maybe after like 5 years, they're like, that thing's just sitting there doing nothing. Why don't I put it on PC? What's the value of just leaving it sitting there? At least in my opinion, that seems to be a normal thing to do. Like, PC is kind of disjoint from the consoles. There is some overlap, but I just, unless you have like 15, 20 games, I don't think a lot of PC players are going to jump and buy a $700 console. It's just not, it's not likely. The game that's pushing people right now is actually GTA. Like, that's the game that's actually, enticing some PC players to say, oh, maybe I want to get a console, but I might want to play that GTA, right? But their games, I don't know, man. I don't care. I'm not buying a PlayStation to play their games. I don't care. If they don't bring it to PC, fine, buy. It's just the way it is, because they just don't have that many. They just don't. Right. So it's like, okay, fine, whatever. If that's what you want to do, fine. I think they're going to find that, hey, you've already sold your 100 million consoles. Don't expect to sell another 100. It's just not going to happen. And if you think that somehow having a few exclusives is going to jump that up a lot, I don't buy it. They already sold their consoles. To me, it hasn't made a lick of difference. They still sold 100 million consoles. They put their games on PC. It didn't matter. They still sold 100 million consoles. I don't think it matters. So, but whatever. They'll have to do their own metrics and figure it out. But this statement does not in any way to tell me that it's definitive, that they are not bringing single player games. He could have just outright said, I'm not bringing single player games to PC. He didn't say that. It's a case by case. It's literally a case by case. That's what he's saying. It's a case by case. It's like, okay, fair enough.
I mean, there's really no other way to look at it.
As it should be. Like, you cannot predetermine decisions based on like what people think that they should do, or because people are gonna kind of hold you. This is a business. This is a business. Exactly. You have to figure out what makes sense for you, and decisions can change.
100%. 100%. Now, you mentioned him. You spoke his name. I will bring it up. Okay. Of course, the guy who I can confirm. I was at Summer Games Fest. Now, Hargie, I don't know if you had the privilege and honor of meeting Mr. Jason Schreier.
Yeah, I've met him.
Okay, so I can confirm, for me, I met Jeff Keighley. People say what they say about him, but you know what? He's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. Like, there's no other way to say it, right? Really dope dude. Had multiple conversations with him. A really nice guy. Another person that gets a lot of shit, and I've given him shit, but it is what it is. Christopher Dring. I met him in person, had a little conversation with him. Really nice dude. Really nice guy. Okay. Jason Schreier. Met him twice. Essentially as big of an asshole as he looks like in real life is what he is. I mean, what he looks like on here when you read his stuff and you see him on the screen is literally who that dude is. Twice I met that dude. One time I was trying to be really nice to him, not because of anything other than just trying to be respectful. We were both at a booth about to go play a game, and I, like said, introduce myself or whatever, and he's just like very flippant, right? Like very flippant. And then literally saw him another time. So I figured, all right, we met, right? Like I saw him. Let me be, cordial as we were walking by. And tell me my dude, like just kind of like waved me off. Like don't fucking say hi to me or don't acknowledge me. Like this with his hands. Crazy. So yeah, I'm good. Scratch that off the list of people who you give them a chance to see if they're different in real life. And it's just not. So well, he comes out, and you know what? Actually, before I'm gonna pause, Jason, because I'm gonna go right to Broke Boy with that $5 super chat. Didn't see it, man. Thank you for being here. Says, talk about softball question. What are your thoughts? How about asking stories saying you are stopping single player games on PC? Is this true? That's the direct way, Doodle? Is that the direct question that he should have asked?
Yeah. What was the question?
Instead of saying, what are your thoughts? How about you ask stories saying you are stopping single player games on PC? Is this true?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty direct.
That's the way it should have been. Hargie, is that the way it should have been?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, there's a lot of respect in Japan, right? So I don't know if it
That's
would have
true.
been that direct.
That's true too.
So,
that is true. I gotta say,
yeah.
when you play a game with people who, when you have the devs there and they're from that area, they're so nice. Like they're so nice and like, oh, everything's okay. Like just want to check with you, make sure you're good. Like they're very, 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 very nice.
Attentive.
Yeah, I forget the name of the game. I feel like an ass, but I played it. It was revealed at the Summer Games Fest. Sea of something. I gotta look back. I have it. I have like the cards and stuff. I gotta go through all this stuff still. But that one was a really good game. But they were so nice. Oh my god, those people were so cool. So yeah. Well, I agree with you, Broke Boy. I think that's the way it should have been done, but it was not, in fact, done that way. All right. So Jason Schreier says there is no case by case for PlayStation single player games. All are exclusive going forward. Hey, baby. Should we apologize to Nishino now to let him know that what he says means nothing? We don't care about Nishino. We care about Jason Schreier, because Jason said that that's what's going to happen. Okay, continue. There's no ambiguity in their strategy. During a town hall a few weeks ago, Hermen Hulst, hold on, my bad. Hermen is the CEO, and Nishino is the basic, person beneath Hermen.
Oh,
right? That's
not what I thought.
Nishino's beneath Hermen. Hermen's word
Hermen
is
get
the
a pay
one.
cut?
Right? Because you know what they told us, right? They told us that Phil Spencer's word was more valuable than Satya's word. Right? That's the way it normally works. The guy on the bottom is the one who gets to determine what the guy on the top says and feels.
I mean, that's a new take on this, but sure.
No, because it's Jason Schreier. He's letting us know. So, sorry for doubting it. Hermen Hulst told staff that their single-player narrative games will be PlayStation only, and he explained that they were inconsistent with their PC releases. They didn't make enough money, and they want to keep their IP aligned to their own platform. But hold on. Ready?
Ready.
confirmed this with 2 people who heard him say it. Got it. So take notes, babe. Did you have your chapter book?
I got it.
Okay, number 1. Jason said that Nishino, who was the one quoted as saying this stuff, okay, he said that, but Hermen Hulst said something. But hold on, it wasn't because Jason Schreier heard it himself.
No, it wasn't a conversation.
No. He heard it from somebody. So he wasn't in the room where it happened. But some other people who heard with their ears that's what Hermen Hulst said.
So we're playing telephone.
We're playing telephone.
Got it.
So Nishino said, Hermen, hey, listen, we're going to do this case by case, but right now the plan is to do these things. Hermen went to this town hall and said, hey guys, listen, get rid of your other versions of this game or stop working on them. We're only going to do the PlayStation version right now. And these 2 people told Schreier, and Schreier is now telling us there is no case by case.
Got it. Sure.
But to be clear, when they quote Hermen, when he quotes the 2 people who is quoting Hermen to him, in that quote, there's no case by case words being said. They didn't say there is no case by case. They just said that the single player narrative games will be PlayStation only, and they were inconsistent with PC release. They didn't make enough. So all these other things, but the definitive words were not there. And again, this is from the second in command, right? Or third or fourth, technically, because you got Hiroki Totoki up on top, actually. And then I thought he hired some lady in the middle between them. And then there's...
It sounds like the janitor stories.
I think Hermen Hulst at this point
is the janitor.
And these 2 dudes were just people in the stalls while he was cleaning, and he was mumbling to himself, I'll give you case by case. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that might be the situation. But baby, what do you think when you hear Jason come out and tell us all that it was he's telling us definitively, as Jason Schreier, if I'm Jason Schreier, I'm saying I didn't hear this myself. I got 2 people. I wonder how many people were in this town hall, but he can only get 2 people who, assuming probably know each other, they're probably friends, to tell him that there's no chance that there's any case by case. Yet Nishino came out and said, yeah, it's case by case, pretty much. The plan's a plan till it's not the plan.
I don't even understand how we're out here, or people are out here talking as if these companies don't do whatever the heck they want to do. This sounds like these, my insider told me, these stories that are just like so full of crap. And honestly, it's even worse than the editing that took place before, because at least they use words that were actually said.
They just cut out.
They just cut out what they didn't want there. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm gonna say that's a false narrative. I'm gonna say that. Are
you saying that's just false prophet? That Hermen Hulst is a false prophet?
Oh my gosh. Listen, I don't think this came from Hermen Hulst. Dude, I'm just saying.
I mean, even if it did, I'm just saying, right? That's like me and you, right? If I say something and you say something, right? Listen, I could say something with authority, but my girl's gonna come out here and be the final word, right? Like, it's just the reality. I'm gonna be like, listen, if mama says it, mama gets it, right? Like, that's the way it works. I'm pretty sure Hermen Hulst is like, if mama wants it, mama gets it, okay? Okay? Because I'm pretty sure Hermen Hulst was talking about putting stuff on PC before, right? When the plan was to put things on PC.
But now the grown-ups are talking. right?
Now the grown-ups are talking.
Now the grown-ups are talking. And it doesn't matter what Hermen thinks or feels or if he said this or not. I don't think he's after Concord. After Concord.
The Star Wars.
Come on, man. Enough said.
I don't know. That's crazy. Hargie, how do you interpret their interpretations of the interpretation that they heard from somebody else who interpreted it the way they wanted to interpret it and then deliver it to us?
I mean, he has whatever sources he has. I don't know. I mean, like who knows? Like, you have to take the heads, answer and assume there's some truth to it. But he could also be just like saying, "Oh well, we don't want to rock the boat here or anything. We're just gonna." Who knows, right? Internally, maybe they are saying this, and maybe they aren't. And Jason's generally pretty good, so maybe his sources are good. Maybe they're not. I mean, there's always potentials that it's all baloney. And there's also controlled leaks, right? People could put out things out there, and there's also things where sometimes they're trying to find people who leak things. That's also a potential, right? So, and they might put out baloney stories. I don't know. All of the above is a possibility, right? I generally err on Jason's probably right. I don't know, but he's probably right. But then again, he's saying he's got like 2 people who heard it in a town hall. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that's total baloney. I don't know. But again, I don't know. Like, and to me, I just don't even care because their games aren't that important to me. So like, whatever. So if their games are coming to PC, great. If they're of interest to me, I might buy it on PC. If they're not, fine, bye. That's basically my feelings of PlayStation at this point.
The chat is wilding.
Force One says Jason Schreier be like, the voices in my head reveal it to me. Wild. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Look at what you made me. He's got 2 in there that are wild.
What control leaks can be tough in the morning? That's wild.
Ouch.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So Nostril J said, I heard from my sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy. Oh my god. I don't know why I heard it that way. I just feel like
oh my god. Oh man.
oh geez. Yeah, that was that was funny. That was funny. Yeah,
Oh,
that is a crazy situation. But yeah. Who would have thunk it? Jason Schreier's sources told him that Nishino was lying to us. All right. Now, I mean, look, obviously it's just funny that it's never gonna ever be a scenario the same way they thought that games would never go to PC, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation will never put their games on PC. And then they put their games on PC, right? Now PlayStation is taking them off of PC forever. Until they put it back on PC. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why they so caught up with this like desire. But it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. It's funny. It's funny.
PlayStation's got to do what they want to do. That's the bottom line.
Absolutely going to do what they want to do.
They don't care.
I mean, that's what it is.
Look
right?
at what they've done. Look at what they've done. They don't care. These gallopers are screaming for freaking give me Destiny. Nope.
Facts.
Nope.
They had more
what
people
we
playing
give
it.
you.
They had
You
more
sit
people
down
playing it.
and
They didn't
shut
even
it.
care.
Yeah.
Like they were like, why are you guys here? Go home. We closing the store. It's over. It doesn't matter how many of you show up. What? You think we're dumb? Well, we're gonna start. Oh, they showed up today. Let's reinvest, guys, because they'll be back tomorrow, right? Right?
That
They weren't here this entire time. Come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. G Baby said Jason's mom. You tell him, son. Oh my god. Oh man. That's
Oh
crazy.
my God.
But all this to say, right? When you look at all of this stuff, imagine, right? Because dude, like we're tearing it apart, right? We're breaking it apart. You got real ones like Big Cloud Gaming, who is out here. He's tearing it apart. He's like, guys, read the actual words. You know what I'm saying? But like the rest of the world is just like, oh no, this is what they said. They're doubling down. They are doubling down on exclusives, and that's it. That's just the gospel. That's just the word.
No. I figured it out. I figured it out. Shout out to Amit Kumar. He helped me put the pieces together. You know who's gonna put a stop to this?
Who?
Greg Miller.
Oh,
Amit Kumar says, I wonder if Greg Miller is gonna go on a rant about PlayStation exclusivity like he did with Xbox. There you go.
Listen, Greg's a passionate guy. All right, he's a passionate guy, and he got caught up in the moment. Because I can't imagine him thinking straight in that moment. Can possibly suggest that the Xbox should not make hardware. That there shouldn't be a console coming out of the Xbox camp. Right? Like, I don't think that's feasible, right? I don't think that makes sense. I don't think anybody who cares about the industry would ever suggest, hey, Xbox
pack up and just start making,
because what we really want
for
is PlayStation to be the only real console out
Oh my
there.
gosh, that will be insane. Listen, sometimes you get caught up.
E-Rank says, are the sources in the room with us now? And of course, we got Amber in the building.
Amber, what's up, love?
Shout out to Amber.
Now.
1/4 of the dream team that we have assembled for our OnPoint Nerd Nights Anime After Dark show that just had its second episode on Wednesday. It's every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Shout out to Amber for being here right now, saying what's up. Shout out to you. And make sure, if you haven't seen it, go watch the show. It's a banger. If you like anime in any way, shape, or form, it is absolutely the show for you. Go try it out.
Just to rock out and
just to hang out with a good group of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. All right. That's what it's about. But yes, okay. This whole thing, look, it doesn't really matter. Like we've said it multiple times. It doesn't make a difference either way. It's their loss. Literally like PC people are not crying about this.
No, they don't care. They just want to play their games.
They just want
bring
to
them on,
games.
right?
Want to play their games. That's
and guess what? They're going to keep on playing those games, whether PlayStation puts their games there or not. Their lives, they go on.
100%, my dude. 100%. That is the reality. You know what's another reality? Another reality is that our boy, the Deceiver 40K, has gone ahead and gifted 5 OnPoint for gamer memberships, man. Shout out to the homie, Deceiver 40K. Look at that. He's doing a good thing. 5 more of you can officially hang out with us at our first ever members only segment that will take place once we get to after we finish our last topic. That is going to be a relatively quick one, but shout out to the Deceiver. Y'all know what to do.
Tell them, baby.
Put the mother effing welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight. And of course, our boy, the Deceiver 40K. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you for your generosity. In the chat, go ahead and let our homie know that you appreciate him. All right, put the emojis in there. All right. The Deceiver 40K gifted himself a membership. You did it.
Let's
Deceiver.
go.
You are in like Flynn. You can rock out when the stream turns member only. That is dope of you. Remember, it's going to come in handy because every single show we do will have the ending be for members only.
Oh, El Vampiro Borracho got one too. Cage.
Oh my gosh. He never gets one.
He
Or
never does.
Get one. Did you get one, Doodle?
I did not, sadly. But you got one on what? On
The other day I
Wednesday?
got
Yeah,
one.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. They're playing
Doodle's
eBay.
always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Wow. You want me to?
No, that's not a bad way. I'm talking about as far as the gifted is concerned. Damn, that's wild. Let me go ahead and update this banner. Let's get the Deceiver 40K on here with his 5 gifted. We're 40K. 5 gifted. Thank you, sir. Again, appreciate that, man. Let's go ahead and boom, do that. Boom, go there. There we are. All right.
So what's good?
Anything else with this here? I feel like we said our piece. Soul Khan says hi, Doodle.
What's up, love? Thanks for being here.
Broke Boy says Doodle was your bride, CMoney. Jeez. Yeah, that's not what I meant. You can understand the reference, okay? It's just a reference.
Listen, I get it. When it comes to memberships, but it felt like a good time to toss the chancla your way.
I felt like the chancla was gonna come, and I was afraid for my life.
I did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was you were in the like you were in the whole like you were ready to go.
I was.
The elbow was cocked.
It was.
You were that man. I was afraid. All right. I'm glad that she put the weapon down. Okay. I'm thankful that she put the weapon down and I didn't get assaulted. Okay. All right. So let's end this particular topic with the fact that this, no matter what Jason says, is a case-by-case scenario per Nishino. Now, right now, are they planning to keep these games single player? Sure. Are they going to keep them single player forever? Probably not. Okay, probably not. But that's their problem. Any other bars on this before we move on to the final chapter before our members only topic?
Vaya con Dios, PlayStation.
Vaya con Dios, as heard by Doodle. Okay, vaya con Dios. That is the way, 150%. So let's go ahead and let's mark the occasion with a chapter. All right, guys. You ain't ready for this if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, it's going to be a damn good thing to revisit. Guys, you and I know that we went ahead and saw Gears of War E-Day over at Summer Games Fest. Okay. We saw it at the Xbox showcase.
I'm Kate Rayner.
No. Kate, silence. Silencio. Ain't nobody talking to you, Kate.
Cállate.
Okay, so calm down. Okay, we have what are those things called? CCs, captions. We have closed captioning. Okay, we don't need your words. So we saw E-Day. We saw E-Day at Xbox Showcase. They opened the show with it, and they did a deep dive at the end. And again, we can see why, right? The confidence is crazy because the game looks absolutely stunning. Okay. But since then, Unreal has done their unveiling of Unreal Engine 6. Okay. And the other, 5.8 and such, right? So they're doing their Unreal Fest right now where they're giving us all the goods of what's to come. And of course, as they do, Xbox is at the front of the line when it comes to anything regarding Unreal. They are leading the way, just like Hellblade did for Unreal 5. This is obviously still Unreal 5, but we don't know, because it sounds like Unreal 6 is less of a full reset and more of a, you know, major progression. So I believe this is 5.8, but it might be using 6.0. The point is that they went ahead and brought this on stage to just go ahead and show how outrageously stunning it is. The light sources, how they're using Unreal's mega light feature that just has so many individual light sources. The destruction that they are capable of here is insane. I mean, this will absolutely be the best looking game when it releases. There's no doubt about it. It is absolutely a showstopper. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, you may say, if you're not familiar, okay, if you're not familiar, you may say, but CMoney, the faces don't look 100% realistic. If you weren't able to catch, I mean, look at even when he shoots the pillars, it's amazing. If you weren't able to catch it when they went ahead and had the deep dive at the end of the Xbox showcase, one of the things that they decided to do was to not go full realistic on the face, because they didn't want to lose the artistry and the character that Gears characters have, right? Look at how good that looks. It is clearly the best looking shot through a piece of glass that you've ever seen, right? It just looks perfect. The shot goes exactly where it is. It splinters the glass. It's beautiful. Look at how the light is emitting. Look at how the fog is there. And obviously they go into deep dives with this, right? They're showing you so much. It's frankly stunning. So, you know, for me, the reason I want to bring this up, obviously it looks insane. It is insane, right? The reason I wanted to bring this up is because, as you all know, Xbox, and specifically the new CEO, Asha Sharma, has gone ahead and deemed it fit to bring back the return of Xbox console exclusives. And there were a lot of games. There were a lot of games coming out this year that they could have chosen as the one game, right?
Ooh, look at that.
And what they have done is they have chosen Gears of War E-Day as the first of the games that they will be making console exclusive. They have Halo coming out this year. They have a new Call of Duty coming out, which obviously was never going to be a part of that. They had Forza that released to great acclaim, but they went with Gears. And I got to tell you again, and I'll make my stance clear. I know you probably get annoyed by it, but I'm not going to ever try to play or act as if it's anything different. I don't care about exclusives, so I'm just going to say that now before we go further with this conversation. I don't care about exclusives, but if they're going to do exclusives, okay, if they're going to do exclusives, you have to do something that is going to stand out, right? You have to do something that is going to set a bar that no one else is going to be reaching. And I think that Gears of War E-Day was absolutely the perfect game to make as your welcome back to console exclusives. What do you think, baby?
I mean, because it looks absolutely stunning. I remember when we first saw it, and we just lost our freaking minds. And now when you see, you know, a little bit more of a breakdown, right? And you see everything that has gone into it, specifically like when they're showing the glass shattering, that debris, that the reaction when with the gunshots, like it's just insane. And I think they're highlighting that because I think that was a huge focus for them, and it's so well executed. So there is a lot of hype, like, you know, we mentioned before. like Halo, it's not a new game. And so like this is why it kind of, you know, goes hand in hand, but it just it looks absolutely stunning. I'm excited. I'm excited for Gears.
I am. And I mean, look, this is going to be an absolute showcase. And look, like you got to understand something. Normally, for this level of detail, this level of graphical quality, this bar that they're hitting, normally this would equal a 30 FPS game. Okay?
Yeah.
It would equal a 30 FPS game.
And everyone would be upset about it.
But this one here, in performance mode on the Xbox Series X, has ray tracing, hardware ray tracing in the 60 FPS mode. And normally, if that was the case, then you're going to look at extreme cutbacks on the fidelity of what you're seeing. So all those crazy destructible parts and pieces, that lighting would be pared down. You would be getting the software ray tracing. You would get, you know, beat down, broken down ray tracing with all the artifacts that look crappy, right? Like the PS5 Pro version of Resident Evil 9, right? Of Requiem, right? That they had to get rid of it because it looked so crappy. There's nothing about what you can see here that you can pull apart and say that does not look good. It absolutely looks stunning. I see Nervous Nightmare, that's Amber in the building, says we got to squad up. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is a man. This is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. I love the fact that E-Day is the game that they're using as the exclusive. It brings back the core, right? Gears has never, I mean, let's be clear. We've already seen what it does when it goes to PlayStation, right? Now, not the brand new, gorgeous, amazing one.
So the thing about Gears, it's that it's always been a stunning game, right? That rawness too, with the combat and just like the atmosphere, those buildings are just crazy. So like Gears has always been Gears, right? So this is expected. And it's just, you just see how much they've put into it. But yeah, this is the next Gears. They got an older gear that obviously it doesn't play the part, right? When you're thinking of this generation.
Yeah, it looks like a good 25-year-old game.
Yeah. So, you know, even though we had a freaking blast playing through it again, and it was like there were feelings there involved of like getting back into that game and like playing it again together. It was really dope, but I think that they got the short end of the stick when you look at this and the story that is going to be playing now in this game. It's also going to be really good.
Yeah, I absolutely am enamored with this game. I think it's hitting everything that gets me excited. It looks absolutely the part. It looks absolutely stunning. Kuga Cygnus says, am I crazy or does Resident Evil Requiem look better? Two things. One, very different scale of a game, right? So Resident Evil Requiem, a lot of more interiors, smaller interiors, right? More claustrophobic in certain areas, right? There's not a lot of huge, big areas, but even then, it's not on console using high-end ray tracing and at 60 FPS. Where this is the Xbox Series X version of the game that they're showing you here. And this is at 60 FPS with the ray tracing. If you want to go and put a this on a 5090, I'm sure that we'll see some additional bells and whistles. But this here, I mean, for a console game, looks absolutely stunning. I mean, for any type of game, it looks absolutely stunning. But I mean, just everything that it's doing, it's just so much, right? It's just so much. They're not holding anything back, and that's what I love. It looks absolutely stunning. Hargie, when you saw this, right? First of all, you were at the show. You saw the live reveal of the game. You saw the way it opened. You saw the way it closed. Then I'm assuming you saw this as well. I mean, what do you think? Number one, seeing more of the game, what is your overall feelings of Gears and what they're doing with it? And then in the context of the tech, what do you feel about it? What they're doing with it? And then in the context for at the end of that, with the context of this is the game that Asha decided to put her stamp on the exclusive narrative and saying, Gears E-Day, that's our exclusive for the year. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. As far as like the tech, I mean, this is what we expected, right? We gave them some time, right? Coalition was learning how to take advantage of UE5. And the point of that wasn't just like, hey, anybody can go use UE5. That's fine. It's make it hum, right? That's what they do. They make it work. What you didn't see was the usual stutter that you get with UE5, right? They've like cleaned it up. Everything's good. Ray traced 60 FPS, which, by the way, that's kind of a good sign towards another game that might be going to UE called Halo. If they have this tech, if they've got the coalition working on it, I'm hoping they can do something similar, right? Because you want to have it be a fluid 60 at least. Because remember, we had ray traced 120 with the engine they had. We had ray traced 120 with Halo Infinite. Granted, it would dip down to maybe 90, but who cares? It's still ray traced 120. We had that with Halo, right? So yes, taking UE and learning it, making it work, they did a pretty good job. It looks really good, right? The game they were working on in between. Remember they showed a little demo of it with a guy running, and
with
he was in
crystal
this type thing. And yeah, and it had like fog stuff going. Well, they canceled that one, right? And they said, no, just work on this. Okay, fair enough. But that was what they were doing. They were just the whole time they were helping other studios, but also learning UE5. And now they can give you what the output is, right? And it's like, great. So this looks awesome. The exclusive thing. Well, there was supposed to be more. I don't know if you've heard all this stuff or not, but they were going to take Halo and Fable as well. But unfortunately, the cost to break the contractual agreements they already had was too high for them to pull it. So they decided to let those go. But Campaign Evolved was also going to become exclusive. Fable was also going to become exclusive. That did not happen because of those contractual obligations. So they decided to let those go. But you did hear about I assume about the rumor about the Campaign Evolved trailer going to State of Play. Yeah. So and that got pulled. It was supposed to be the whole game. It was supposed to be the whole game was getting, but it didn't happen. So that one's gonna make it there, just like the Gears, 1 Reloaded, whatever it was called, that Reloaded made it to PlayStation. Campaign Evolved is gonna go to PlayStation. I highly doubt that the actual next Halo game would go to PlayStation. But that is one of them. The other one being Clockwork, and it was mostly just because they weren't announced already for those platforms. It was easy for them to just say, yeah, we're just not. I pretty much assume at this point that Forza is locked in because they probably already have like pre-order availability or something like that. So I doubt that's gonna not.
They don't break their things. Now, maybe Asha in her mind was like, all right, let's just get them all. But I think that's where the conversation ended, because it's like, no.
Yeah, it was like, okay, how much, you're talking about breaking contracts. Okay, so what would that cost?
Like, they don't like to break contracts because that's more than just cost, right? Like, you got to call a spade. That's more than just cost. It's not. Microsoft bought studios and then released full-on exclusives a year later that were exclusives for a year after that.
PlayStation, yeah,
Because
yeah.
PlayStation exclusives, because they won't break a contract because their business comes first.
So-
They're not going to mess with that.
But just keep that in mind. So when looking at this in the future, I would expect a lot more. I would expect a lot more of their games will actually be exclusive. Now, is this the right one,
year,
the
though.
wrong one? What was that?
I would say one a year is what you can probably.
I don't know if it'll just be one a year. We will see. But is this the right one or the wrong one? Again, like you, I'm not an exclusives person, but if they have to do it, fine. This is a pretty good game. Is it going to move the needle? I don't. In a world where you could say like the Series S is still significantly cheaper than everything else, right? But it's still $400. If you could say that was $250, then yeah, it's a no brainer at that point, right? If that first number is a 2, most people will go ahead and just buy the console. If that first number is a 1,
you're talking about console sales.
I'm talking about the whole point of this is to bring people. Not one point.
So I
you're
don't
right.
think so. I don't agree with that.
I think one point is to make these people that are already here happy.
That's
part
the
one.
Point. Yeah.
Part 2 is to say, okay, well then you also want to grow your console base. What they're saying, right? They're trying to sell more consoles. There's like, okay, but the flip side of that is you can't make them fast enough. When you do make them, it costs you an arm and a leg. Okay.
Which, if they know that to be true, then what does the empty words talking about selling console mean? Right?
Exactly.
But this is what I'm trying to. You got to cut through the bull.
Like,
I told you guys from the beginning. There's only one reason this is happening. They're not looking. They don't care to focus on that right now. They want the core to be happy. Once they figure out everything else later, that's fine. But that's all they want. And what they did is, if you listen to them, it's like clockwork. Everything you heard the people who were crying about it, right? Everything you heard them say, or the people who were asking for it, they said it back to them. This is sales 101, right? You wanted this, so I'm going to go ahead and reinforce what you said. We want to sell consoles. We need them to sell consoles, right, guys? Right? Yes, we're back. That means you should buy them, right? So they just basically gave them back. This is only a play for the core people who wanted it, and the people who felt like there was legitimate reason for Xbox to do this want to feel that what they said was the reason why it was done, and it's not. It was done for you only. It wasn't done because you were the genius who had all the right answers, and us little old Microsoft, man, if only we hired you guys, you would have led us to the promised land. That's not what this is. That's why
so I don't see it
I don't like that
shifting consoles. Like, I don't.
It's not a console play.
I think
but Gears
GTA
for the
is the
core,
game that could do that. Modern Warfare is the game that could do that.
Those already exist.
They have to have enough consoles to sell those. So that's neither here nor there. I think there's a lot of I don't know, like just assumed I guess recorrection or whatever you want to call it, of going back to competing like PlayStation with this. I think this is let's try it and see what happens, because ultimately there was a reason they made the decision to go a different direction. And I don't know that this is going to work or not. I don't know how long she has, as far as how much rope she's been given to just keep trying something different. Because ultimately they need to make money, and like this apparently cost a lot to make. And if it did, well, then they need to make a lot. No, they could probably make it back. I think they'll have enough sales to potentially make it back, even if it stays exclusive to the console and still sells on PC. Right? It's still going to be on Steam. So I think it's an okay one. I don't know about Clockwork. Clockwork is an exclusive. I don't think that's going to sell that well, but I also don't know what the budget was. So we'll have to just see how that works out for them. I'm not sure about the rest, because given where we are now, you take Undead Labs. They showed that game too. That's all multiplat, and I don't know if that studio sticks around because it cost them a lot of money and has not made money. So I don't know how that goes. You know, we already heard about Ninja Theory, etc. Like, so we'll see how this plays out. The big games are good. The rest, I don't know. Will Elder Scrolls be exclusive? I wouldn't put it past her. I think it possibly
Well,
could.
I think that's a
it's a
I think
huge
that's
moneymaker,
great
though.
thing to bring up, because the one thing I will say, and Doodle, I want to know if you agree with this, because we really haven't discussed it in the same place together. And obviously, Hargie, I want to see what you think. But first of all, Did Down Anime was good, fam. We got Stevie Ray in the
Yo,
building.
Stevie
Another
Ray.
of our members of our OnPoint Nerd Nights Anime After Dark fam coming through. Appreciate you, man. Make sure you go check out the show Wednesday. It already passed. Go check it out. They'll be back next Wednesday. But this game, right, that you brought up, Elder Scrolls 6, right? I would say 100%. Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, right? Look, you said you think there's going to be multiple games that'll be exclusive. I think there'll be multiple games, but spread across the years, not multiple games in the same year. I think they're going to give you what PlayStation gives you, and whatever other games they release that year, they're going to want to make the money on, and they know that they're not going to be that significant. I think that if you're going to commit, and there's a reason why they gave you one this year and one next year, right? And not one this year, two next year, to show that there's some type of escalation, right? It's one. That's the pattern that they're going to keep going with. This is what I would say. I told you guys.
I just told you it was actually supposed to be 2 this year and 2 next year. It was supposed to be Halo, but it wasn't feasible.
Yeah, but it was supposed to also be
Fable.
I believe that that's what Asha thought, but I don't believe that's what Xbox was gonna. Microsoft was not gonna allow it for at that point, because they're not gonna break these.
Microsoft's hands off at this point. They're just letting Asha go.
No,
they're just trying to see how she
Satya is sitting in the corner of the room in the dark with a cigar, waiting.
Not right now. No, because they did that before. And
he's not doing anything, but he's sitting there waiting.
Yeah, so
he's letting
that's
her
literally what it is. They're just waiting and seeing. They're like, okay, go.
Yeah,
just
it's
go
all a
and
wait and see. If she delivers, then she's good.
Yeah.
If she doesn't,
she's got her 4 years.
Discussion. Yeah. So, but the point is that I believe that it'll be one a year. But either way, it doesn't matter how many. The point that I'm making is, if you're going to do this. So again, I don't care about the exclusive situation, but I do care about Xbox and their word. Okay. And what I don't want is a world where Xbox comes out, they're saying this to just feed the narrative. Oh yes, you're going to get exclusives. Yeah, Gears. Oh yeah, Gears is amazing. That's why we're keeping it exclusive. Clockwork, it's amazing. That's why we're keeping it exclusive. And then next year after that, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out, and they're saying, well, what? That's too amazing. We can't keep that one exclusive. No. If you're doing this, if you're going to play this game where you're going to be like PlayStation, and you're going to keep the games exclusive, okay? If you're saying that Gears of War is exclusive because it's the top of the pot, it's the best game you're going to release this year, it's amazing, it's what the fans deserve. Well, when Elder Scrolls 6 comes around, you better keep the same energy. I do not want to see Asha come out and be like, hey, I know Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out, but we're going to do Outer Worlds 3 for you guys. That's your exclusive. No. The whole point of the exclusive, of that one exclusive that you're sticking at the end of the year, the whole point of that is to have that tentpole game at the end, right? That what's the lights called in the ocean? The lights that's
the lighthouse.
The lighthouse. That's your beacon, right? That's your end. That's where you're looking at the end. You're saying, man, I'm playing all these other games. They're dope. They're great. But you know where we're getting at the end? We're getting this amazing game, right? Gears is that amazing game. You're going to get Clockwork. That's an amazing game. And when it comes time for Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5, or whatever Fallout is there, if you're not going to give the absolute biggest game, the biggest game you make that year, if you're not going to make that exclusive, I don't see how anybody can ever take them serious with this exclusive thing at all.
I agree with you. What you're essentially saying is do not give Gears because you saw the sales from PlayStation. Exactly.
And say it wasn't going to sell.
You were like,
anyway.
okay, this may not sell anyway, so let's give them this. And Clockwork is a new IP that potentially people are not going to show up for on another on the PlayStation. So this is why these were the two chosen, right? Let it be because you believe that Gears looks freaking phenomenal, and that's what the fans that are asking for these exclusives deserve, and keep the same energy next year. Don't show up with a raggedy version of, you know, a game and then be like everything else goes, right? So I understand 100%, and I agree. Yeah, I agree with that, because I think that this is my situation. And again, guys, I can care less about exclusives or no exclusives. They need to do what they need to do for their business, and that's up to them. But and I also don't believe on leaving money on the table. But if this is the route that they're taking, and they are going ahead and they're gonna, you know, do this exclusive situation, and you are gonna go ahead and potentially, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but we're talking about, you know, studios shutting down. You are talking about letting people go. You're talking about games that were going to be made, that you were going to invest money on, that were going into Game Pass, that are no longer going into Game Pass, right? If you're taking all these cuts, then give the players what they asked for. They asked for exclusives, and you should not be the only one getting something out of this, because you're taking a lot of cuts, right? So that's money in your pocket. So now show up and say, okay, you get the exclusives because we're saving money here, here, and there. Don't let this all be for naught, just for the AI investment or whatever the heck else you guys made a decision to freaking do. Don't let it be just to cover your A, right? And then leave the players hanging, because the hype around exclusive was there and everybody's excited, right? That wanted the exclusives, but don't try to play them in the end.
Yeah.
Right?
They
You got to show up. They want the big games, and that's what should be given, considering the bloodbath that we're talking about that's taking place out there. And it should be because, these games are not going to go on other platforms, and they're not going to bring in the money, and we're trying to, you know, give you guys the exclusives and cut back on costs. If these studios are getting closed down and these people are losing their jobs, and we're taking cuts in Game Pass moving forward, and then again, obviously that's going to be a decision we make, whether it's worth investing in Game Pass further. But if you're going to do all of that, something has to come back into the cycle, because at this point right now, seeing it, all the benefits are going to them, right? None to us, aside from the exclusives conversation that some players wanted. That's the only W, right? But then again, the plan is a plan until it's not. Don't shift that plan, because this is all getting cut for that.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. Another thing to keep in mind, that the homie Phil Spencer, before Satya put the chrome to the dome and said, I need a bigger slice of this pie ASAP, Phil Spencer came out and told the world, no, Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be the same as we see Starfield, will be an exclusive game. Okay, so if the soft Phil that everybody thinks Phil was soft, if he was down with making it exclusive before Satya put that pressure on him, I think the killer Asha and the killer Matt Booty should probably be able to stick it out and do that. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing this to make your biggest and your best exclusive, what are you doing it for?
Exactly.
Because they already had exclusives. All these people who wanted exclusives already had them.
Exactly.
They had Hellblade. They had South of Midnight. Right? They had these games. They were there.
Yep.
But they're small games. And not everybody liked them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are they actually calling for exclusives, or are they calling for exclusives of the biggest and best? Because why would you think about this? If you're doing it to cater to this fan base, right? This rabid fan base that has a strong desire for exclusives. If you're doing that to cater to them, how do you think they're going to feel if when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, they are going to be like, oh, I got my exclusive game, Barbie's Next Adventure, and the ponies are like, we got Elder Scrolls 6. Ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would defeat the purpose.
It would not make sense.
They want a console war. How you have to take your biggest gun or the biggest bullet and give it to them. If you're giving them anything less than what else is going to be available from Xbox, you're not winning. You're going to piss them off.
100%. 100%. And this is the thing. Obviously, you first see it and you're like, okay, well, if this isn't a serious situation, what they're thinking is that Gears and Clockwork will not move consoles, right? New IP, Gears didn't do much. They've known that Gears is here and they never showed up. Now they played it, they didn't really pick it up. What these people that are asking for exclusives, when they think of Halo, Gears, and Forza, they want their Halo, Gears, and Forza that make Xbox to be exclusives.
Facts.
So I'm just saying, it's easy to say the logos were set up and, with all this time ahead, we can't get them off, right? It's easy to say, oh, we were going to also do the same thing with Halo and whichever else, but, the contract was knees deep, right? But when it's time to actually show, right, because the excuses could be excuses, that's when you got to show up. And yeah, I don't think that taking anything other would justify the situation. I think
because if you don't, then you're saying, you know what, Gears, you're actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You know what, Clockwork, you're not that big of a deal. That's why we're giving it to you.
But you're also
that's
saying
why you're getting these exclusives.
We clowned you, right?
Yeah.
We clowned you,
bamboozled
and
you.
we went ahead and chopped off all these studios and laid all these people off just with no real purpose of giving you what you wanted. It was just for our sake. It was very apparent with Phil and how consumer friendly, and I guess that all stems from him being a gamer and what he would want, right? So this all was really different. So if you're telling your consumer that exclusives are back, because it brings things into question when obviously you have the show, you did the 2 bookends, you want to start people happy, you want people to leave happy, and then in between it was a bloodbath of what they didn't want happening in the PlayStation logos. Noted. Then you do a show where you go after you come out and you talk about how exclusives are coming and there'll be a lot more. And again, by the way, we're talking about one for this year, one for next year. But then you double down on that and you said exclusives are coming a lot more. Then we see the interview, right? And what was said on that interview was that there'll be more. As you know, the business is not healthy. As the business gets healthy, we will see to do more.
We will try.
We will try to do more. And so when
we're not healthy.
Exactly.
And the business is not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So what she inferred by that is we shouldn't be doing exclusives, but we are banking on the fact that we will get the business healthy. And if and when that happens, her words were, we will try to do more. So even if the business gets healthy, there's not 100% guaranteed that is the case.
We will try and we will see, but that contradicts the speech they gave before,
this is the
right?
Nishino and Hermen Hulst and Jason Schreier conversation. So what we can't do is be like, well, I heard when Asha said the words, right? Asha said that 100%. Oh, I want to switch it. Wait, no. Asha said that they're not healthy, but assuming that we get healthy the way it's planned to, then we will try to do more of these things. Obviously, Matthew Ball is saying a whole different thing. Yeah, it's going to happen. Asha's the one who's not 100% saying it guaranteed will happen, right? So we do have to take it for what it is, and we will see what happens. But what I will say is that I just straight up believe, again, if you're going to do this, why would you half-ass it?
Yep.
Don't half-ass it. Don't half-ass it. You're gonna do this. Listen, I know I see you guys. I see a lot of people in the chat are like, well, you know, it might be a bridge too far to put Elder Scrolls 6 as an exclusive. And I would say that's not our problem.
No.
That's not our problem. If Xbox is gonna come out here and be the pump their chest, right? Stick out that chest. Oh, look at me, we're bringing back exclusives. That shit don't matter if you're put in, if the moment you're put in a position where the game is a big game, that you're going to go ahead and put it over there anyway.
And you also can't be for exclusives and then give them a now after seeing everything that they're doing to make the business healthy.
100%. It just can't be. It
Because
can't
at that point, they used your desire for exclusives to go and get rid of whatever wasn't making them money so that they can make more money.
I agree. That's the way I see it. I see you come into this. If you're going to do this, do it. Fallout, exclusive. Whatever other, what other big games? What other big games can they possibly be working on? Obviously, Fable. Listen, I know they're not going to break any deals that they had. So Fable could never have been exclusive because they already had it up for pre-order. Like it's already a thing, or wish list or whatever. So like this is already a thing that wasn't going to happen. But next year, if you're calling a spade, you're already getting the lesser of IPs, right, as your exclusive, right? Realistically speaking, next year, Fable should have been the exclusive. If that's what you're doing, right? If you're doing exclusives, Fable should have been the exclusive next year because
I agree.
That's the big IP that Xbox fans love. This other game, Clockwork Revolution, is going to be amazing, but it's going to be amazing the same way Avowed was amazing. It's going to be amazing the same way The Outer Worlds 2 was amazing. Fantastic games. I'm going to love it. I'll probably give it a 10 if it plays and it does everything the way that Avowed did and Outer Worlds does, right? Not that they're the same game. I'm just saying with that elk, right? That level of quality. But that's not going to move the needle, right? Just like Avowed didn't move the needle, and just like Outer Worlds 2 didn't move the needle, right? It's just the reality of what it is. So my question is to you, Hargie, like what do you think? You brought up the idea of Elder Scrolls 6. Is it going to be exclusive? Is it not? Who knows, right? Nobody knows. But if you had it your way in this world where exclusive exists, right? So not whether you would make games exclusive or not exclusive. If Xbox is doing exclusives, where do you sit on the fence of their biggest games? Should they keep their biggest game exclusive, or should the people who love exclusives get used to the idea that, yeah, we're going to give you the exclusives, but only the ones that we consider not that big?
Well, the smaller games are going to go away. So all they're going to have is big games. So I don't see it being anything but that. They don't have that many. So, you know, you're probably looking at even Activision Blizzard King. You look at like Diablo. That would probably have to be exclusive too. And whether they like it or not. But they don't have that much.
New Diablo. Yeah, that would be huge.
Right. But because like if I take Undead Labs, I don't know that they survive. So my guess is that in a year or two, they're gone anyway. Right.
Undead Labs?
Obsidian's.
No,
I'm pretty sure
Undead Labs is safe because that game people don't look at it that way, but that game has many players that just live in that world, and they just
It doesn't make money. It doesn't make money, and the problem
I
is
don't know
that
if they would
everybody's
get rid of those customers. It doesn't make money, but it is retention. They stay, right? You stay on Xbox because you have that game that you love.
I don't know, man. And the game is coming out on PlayStation, so it it feels much like the Ninja Theory thing. Like, why was this put on every platform? Do you hear that one?
Well, no, there's
No
a live.
comment.
This is a multiplayer game. State of Decay is a multiplayer game, though, so
doesn't
it's
matter.
only going to
So-
invite
so-
more
so is
people
Gears.
into play.
Gears is a multiplayer game, so that's irrelevant.
That is
Uh,
true, but it hasn't been live service yet. But yeah,
I don't know that, like, so a majority of their studios are already being kind of like pushed away. You have Arcane making Blade, that's also being rumored to be shut down. So I don't know that they have that much. I don't know where id and Machine Games live. Maybe they stay, maybe they don't. I don't know, right? So what do you have left? You have Bethesda Game Studios, you have Zenny, which is making the Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76, all that, whatever, right? So you have that. Those are never moving. Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, they will always be everywhere. That's just the way it is, because they're already there. So that's going to stay that way. Overwatch is going to stay that way. Call of Duty is not moving. It's going to be everywhere. That's just the way it is, right? So we're already locked. That's going to be that way. So what do you have left? Diablo, that's a possibility. Halo, the next Forza, Gears can stay. What else? You got Elder Scrolls and Fallout, right? What else do they really have? Age of Empires, like that's not going to move the needle. So what can they bank on? That's it, right? So In Exile, by the way, I don't know if they survive after Clockwork, because I don't think Clockwork's going to do that well. So we'll see, because now we're in a different world, right? We were under the umbrella of Game Pass. That world is over, right? Asha's already pretty much made that clear. You have to make money. Okay. In that world, things are very different. So all that umbrella is gone. I don't know where Obsidian lands. They don't make money. Yes, Grounded makes money, but Grounded is a small game that makes a small amount of money. It can't handle Obsidian's budget. So what do? If Obsidian's lucky, maybe they make a Fallout game.
I think that's where it's probably going to go.
Obsidian could be cut back a lot, and they're not going to make much. I'm just putting it out there that basically all they have is big games. And what your point, right? So they have to have the big game of the year that they're going to, because guess what they're going to do? As I was saying, it's 2 games, Call of Duty and big game. That's what they're going to have. Every year they're going to have one game. That they're basically becoming PlayStation. You're going to have the 2 games, MLB The Show and the big game. That's it. That's what you're going to have here. And so, yes, that there's no choice now. If you're going to go down this path of exclusives, yep, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, they have to be. Outside of the online, that's fine, whatever. But the next big Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls 6, it has to be. There's no choice now. You have to. Right? Same thing with Fallout 5. It has to. There's really not much of a choice left, because you're shutting down the rest, right? You could say, hey, a South of Midnight, right? We'll put that everywhere. Fine. I don't care. That's not moving consoles. It's not. That's fine, right? But they're getting rid of that studio. So there's nothing there. So all I see is now they're looking at, and she's saying it, she wants to make those bigger games faster. That's what she's saying, right? So that's what they're going to have. So then, yeah, it has to be. So I wouldn't be surprised if Elder Scrolls 6 is in fact exclusive, console exclusive. It'll be on PC, obviously, but it could be console exclusive. And look, there's precedent. Elder Scrolls 3 was console exclusive to Xbox. Did it ever come to PlayStation? I think eventually, after a decade or something like that, maybe has it come to PlayStation? Has Morrowind ever come to PlayStation?
I don't know. I don't know if it came to PlayStation. I can't say that PlayStation doesn't have the same affection towards anything Bethesda, because every game that Bethesda ever brought to PlayStation was always jacked up. Didn't work right. So people don't like
and then
Skyrim, all of that.
Oblivion was a timed exclusive only because PlayStation 3 hadn't come out. That's fair, right? But it was exclusive to Xbox. But Morrowind, I don't think it ever came to PlayStation. So that's just a permanent exclusive that they've always had. So it's not like this is unprecedented. They can absolutely do it. They own it. They can do whatever they want. There's no agreement that says it has to go. It doesn't. And as you mentioned, Phil actually was thinking that could be an exclusive. So if Asha wants to just say, nah, it's mine, it's staying here, have a nice day, right? I have the agreement for Call of Duty, otherwise get out of here, right? It could always be the case. 100%. It could always be the case. It's a case by case on her to determine what she wants to do with it. And there's nothing stopping her from doing that. Would that sell consoles? Yep. Yeah, that would sell consoles. Elder Scrolls is gonna.
Well, if they knew, if people knew 100% that these games were going to be exclusive, then they would start moving over. Now, this is the point of that. If Xbox was 100% dead set on doing this, they would make that announcement. Because you know what? We already know those games are coming. So they could easily say, hey guys, the next Elder Scrolls is going to be exclusive. Hey guys, the next Fallout, whenever that comes, is going to be exclusive. And to your point, Hargie, with In Exile and Obsidian, they'll both be safe because they're going to make Fallout. Asha wants these games to come out fast. She said it, and she's sick that they don't come out. And I think I think we will see Todd. I think Todd's going to retire soon. I think we will see.
No, Todd can work with them. I don't know why that's an issue.
I know.
You know what I
He
mean?
can work with them. I don't think he's gonna. I think this is gonna be Todd's farewell. I think we will see Todd retire because they are going to. He already said he didn't want it. He already told the world, no, Fallout is our thing. We will get to it when we get to it. I think he will retire. He's already talked about how many more games does he have in him, blah, blah, blah. I think he's going to retire, and I think it's going to just be, Obsidian and In Exile. In Exile was formed by the people who created Fallout, and Obsidian made the most popular Fallout that has been
New
released.
Vegas. So that's what I think they need to do.
precedents.
They don't have to make 5. Obsidian could make a side game that is in that same kind of vein, and there's nothing wrong with that. It should do fine, right? That would be a big game to have. So I think that's what they need to go focus on. In Exile, I don't know. Maybe they will as well, but there's also other things they could work on. I hope Asha recognizes that, but as she hasn't recognized it for the other studios, I don't know that she'll recognize that, hey, you have a studio that can actually work on some other IP. You own a lot of IP, go make them work on it, right? I don't know how safe all of the Activision studios are, but most of them are in some way tied to the Call of Duty machine. So that gives them some umbrella, but not necessarily a full umbrella. They also had created a new studio called Elsewhere. I don't know if that studio will stay or not. We will find out because they were not tied to the machine, right? To the Call of Duty machine. Blizzard, I hope they don't touch it because Blizzard just keeps making fantastic games.
Well, I don't think they'll touch any of that because they came in printing money. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Activision and that whole gang, they came in printing money. This Elsewhere developers, they weren't brought in to make some small little game, right? So
no, they're trying to bring in a big exactly.
Activision, when they do these things, they're only big hitters, and I doubt that they would not succeed in that way. But this is the reality of what's going to happen, and I agree with everything that you said with this stuff. And I saw in the chat they brought it up. This is the problem that I had, and this is the moment that I had on Monday and when I did the show, is that I'm sad that these small games are going to be gone, right, from Xbox first party lineup because I feel like they did work they wouldn't have done alone. Yeah. So you got the indie spirit with the output and quality that Xbox could allow them to give, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is that's going to go away, and then that doesn't mean you're not going to get small games. We're going to get them because we know that they'll do these Game Pass deals and stuff and get people in.
I think I'm hoping third-party stuff still happens.
Well,
right?
we're gonna talk about that as soon as
right?
we finish this topic. We're gonna say goodbye to the regular people who are watching the show, and we're gonna go into our members-only conversation, and that's the discussion we're gonna dig deep on, because that's a whole nother thing that is happening. But yes, the way that things are right now is they have this runway, right? They have this year and next year before they have to say anything about another exclusive, right? They have at least till June of next year. So they technically only have 1 year, right? From now to June of next year, they have to announce whatever the next year's exclusive will be. And that is going to let us know what happens there, right?
And look, they have other stuff from Blizzard, right? So there's a potential for a StarCraft, for instance. I think there's some rumors of them working on a StarCraft actual, like not a RTS, but a like a shooter type game. Like, okay, that could be an exclusive as well, and that would be an awesome one. If they ever decide to bring World of Warcraft to the console and say no, it's going to only be on the Xbox console. Wow, that could be interesting. Literally, wow, that could be interesting, right? So, but that's where I think it is. Unfortunately, all they have now is going to be big games, right? So, I kind of agree with everything you're saying. It has to be. The big games have to be exclusive if you're going to play this game.
And if you see them doing something otherwise, if you see them coming up with some smaller game to just be like, no, here it is, guys, the new IP that nobody cares about, that one's yours, and then we're going to go make our money on the other ones, then I'm interested to see how the people who want exclusives start reacting to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there'll be a backlash, to be honest with you. I feel like the same people who are championing exclusives now, if and when the time comes when there's another game releasing that year that is single player, that is big, if they're not getting that one and they're just getting some, small, little prize at the end, like, here's your exclusive, guys. It's not the biggest, but here's one. I don't think that's going to be I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. I think there's going to be massive backlash. I think people will lose their minds. And the last thing they want to do is have that smoke right when they're releasing a new console. You know what I'm saying? Like to go ahead and say, hey, we're releasing Helix, and guess what? The exclusive that we're going to give you this year is actually the smaller one, not the bigger one that you hoped and thought it would be. So done.
I don't think it's going to work. It's going to have to be like, so Clockwork is going to be next year. I don't know, because we're hearing rumors that maybe the Helix will not launch next year, but I think it is launching next year. I don't know, whatever. So if it does launch next year,
you can make it, how much longer you can take with it. I think the point is that it's going to be more money. That's why they're going to do the payment plans and all this shit to help people out.
We can have that as the
Look, right. This is the thing. We're gonna right now, guys. This is what I'm gonna say. Thank you all for rocking out with us. Now, if you are a member of our channel, don't go anywhere. The show is going to continue. But for everyone else who's not a member, thank you so much for rocking out with us, man. It's been a long show. We still give you a nice long show, but we do have another topic that we want to go into. We do want to talk about some of the third-party money hiding situation and, some of the other things that are going to be happening. So guys, thank you all so much. You won't get the outro because the stream is not going to end. We're just going to switch it over to members only, which will get everybody out who's not a member. But guys, thank you again. We appreciate you all. Again, if you're a member, don't go anywhere. This is going to continue. But with that, the most the most real version of you're intruding is going to be happening. But guys, thank you so much. And listen, Fillmore Pockets just said it. Yo, Fillmore, appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to everyone who's not going to stay in this building right now. If you're a father, hope you have a phenomenal Father's Day, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to switch it over, and it is done. Thank you all. Appreciate you.